Look at that. I think we are back on YouTube now. Fingers crossed it holds. I hope my viewers come back over there because I want to apologize for losing them on stream. I think the sandcastle should be more here. Alright, well anyway, welcome in folks. Now that YouTube's back, I'm not as distracted. Welcome back to our Thursday map making stream. UAP, welcome in my friend. This is called Incarnate. It's a free map making software online, incarnate.com. There's also a paid tier, if you so choose. Hey, I appreciate the follow. Thank you, my friend. Y'all, this is supposed to be a brewery. I couldn't find a good stamp for it, so we're rocking with this one. But I don't know where to put it on the map, you know? It's a special request from someone on chat last time. We just couldn't figure out where to put it. So we got to figure it out. Y'all let me know. Where on this map looks like a good place for a brewery? Alec Black, thank you for the follow. And UAP, you as well. Hey, appreciate you both. Thank you very much, y'all. We do this every Friday. And this week we just got on it a bit early. I don't know. I was feeling mappy today. But welcome in. We stream every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time. Spirit Wanders. Hey, welcome back. Good to see you again. You said, does paid tier have more options? Paid tier just has higher resolution exports for your files. You can make higher resolution maps. And then it has more stamps. So like all these various structures that you can place around. I've honestly found the free tier to be very good. You don't have to use the paid tier, but it's cheap enough. I mean, the paid tier is $5 a month or $25 for the year. So honestly, that's a pretty fair ask, in my opinion. All right. I need to paint a little bit of grass here. Let's get our brush size up. Zoom out so you can actually see what I'm working on. And we're just going to paint this in because I had a stand-in texture around here, and I'd like to fill this in a little bit. We can get a bigger brush size in this. Oh, Honey Bunchy, thank you very much for the follow. That's super kind of you. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Happy Thursday. I hope it's off to a good start. Welcome to our fantasy map stream. We normally do this on Fridays, but I don't know. It's itchy trigger finger today. I was jumping on it a bit early. I think we're so close to finishing this map that everybody ignore the giant building here off to the side. It's going to be placed later. We're so close to finishing this map that I wanted to work on it today and tomorrow to see if we can get it done, because I got a fun idea for the next one that I want to work on. But y'all, the way it works around here is I do take suggestions from chat, so if you got an idea for where something should go or anything like that, please do let me know. We'll place it. Alright, so I want to work on, I think we could polish up this transition area pretty quickly. Oh, you know what, actually? Before we do that, sorry, false start. Let's finish off this road real quick. I feel like this road is easy to dead end. Right into here, kinda. Though I did not use the right texture. Let me see what my texture is. Fantasy World Dirt, 80 opacity. Okay. So I need to go to my catalog. Need to type in dirt. Is it really just dirt? It's not something specific? Because I don't see it showing up. Free Panzer, you said, how long does it take you to make a map? Typically, I mean, it really, honestly, it just depends on how much fun I'm having with it. I can work on a map for a long time, but just for fun, we could probably get it done in a couple hours if we were really pushing it. This one we've worked on, to get to this point, we're probably 6 hours into it, maybe a little bit more. But I've been taking it slow. I've been chatting with folks, you know, just kind of kind of having fun with it, right? This is a leisurely pace. We're just enjoying it. Alicia, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Slendy, you as well. Y'all, yeah, it is in fact Fantasy Map Thursday. I wanted to get onto this map a little bit early this week because I'd like to finish it tomorrow so we can move on to something a little new. There we go. Look at that. The road dead ends into the beach, which I think is relatively realistic. Just the way it trickles off like this. Having grown up around a lot of beaches, you see that a lot. Just fade out these edges. There we go. Bada boom. J-Rock. No, I keep working on a map till it's finished. But normally it's on Fridays, and we just every Friday we pick up where we left off, and I chat with chat, and we work on the map together. But this one is almost done, and I kind of want to finish it, so we're pushing through. We're doing a Thursday and a Friday on it. TJ, hey, no worries. Thanks for popping in, man. Good to have you. Leisha answered your question down below, but it is inkcarnate.com. It's a free map maker. It has a paid tier as well if you want a couple extra features, but the free tier is totally fine. And thank you for the follow, TJ. I appreciate you, man. Welcome in. Good to have you. Ooh, Slindy, you want some eggs for breakfast? Get 'em, man. Get 'em. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I support you. I love some good eggs. It's been a hard time for me recently with the price of eggs, you know. I've been struggling with that. Kens, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Good to have you here. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. A lot of folks popping in, so thank you for that. Folks, if you don't know, this is our Fantasy Map Friday stream. Now, you might be wondering, but it's not Friday. And you are spot on. We're doing it a bit early this week. We're here streaming every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time. Sometimes we do more of writing type stuff. We do creative writing games, or I write my next book on stream. But on Fridays we make maps, and on Thursday today we make maps because I wanna finish this one up. But thanks for being here, everybody. Kins, thank you. That's very kind of you. You said my map is so awesome. Well, I appreciate that. So much chat, I can't keep up with it. I think there was something else I missed. Where was it? AJ, you said I need a hidden cave inside the waterfall that leads to a goblin bar and grill. Well, that's why we're pushing through today, AJ, so we can get on to making a map for Wriggly Little Hands. Sleepy, the price of eggs is so high, I'd use an egg store as my front business to launder cash. Okay. I still don't like that. There's a little bit of green showing through here, and I'm not pleased about it. There we go. Fixed. Gamer Dad, good morning to you, and thank you for the follow, dude. Hey, welcome in. What games you play, Gamer Dad? We're glad to have you here. All right, I said I was working on this right in here. We wanted to do this transition point. So what does this look like, y'all, if we think about it? We have, you know, kind of a Puerto Rico-inspired, like, rainforest island vibe going on up here. It transitions down to hills and then down to these plains. So, like, what does that transition look like? Oh, in Spirit. I'm sorry. You asked, where would I live on this map? It's a good question. Good question. Spirit, you said you would live in the North Forest. It doesn't, y'all. It doesn't have a name yet. Spirit, chat, if y'all want to name it, shoot some names and chat. We'll pick one. The vibe of the region is it's like a Pirates Cove type smuggler area. You know, we got some shipwrecks in here, and then some little pirate encampments, and then one smaller reclusive town up here on the waterway. So yeah, throw some names in chat if you want to name this region. Can name the mountains or the towns, whatever. Gamer Dad, you said you play pretty much anything that your kids enjoy. just to hang out with him as much as possible. Man, that's so wholesome. Rock on, dude. Props to you. That's super cool. I love that. J-Rock, we don't have a name of the map yet. It's just what we've been working on. I guess it's a lot of people are calling it Seahorse Island. I guess I can kind of see it in there. Or another one suggested was Isla de Caballito Del Mar, I believe, which is basically Seahorse Island in Spanish. Oh, I didn't answer your question, Spirit. Where would I live? Alright, it's tough. I could be ultimate reclusive and live here in the Wizard Tower, right between these two frozen islands, but that looks cold and lonely. So I think it's got to be Wheatmere. Come on, this cute little Shire-esque agricultural village right here in the middle of the map. Got a lake nearby, got a river, got a beach. It's got to be where it is, right? Wilden Nord's not too bad, Leisha. That's not too on the nose, I don't think. It isn't. If we think about Raffi, you want to do a side sprint? We can pull one up real quick. Hold, please. I will do that for you, Raffi. Let me just grab this. Go here. Paste. We'll put it right here. Hopefully keep it on screen. And Raffi, you're having a bad day, so you want to do a writing sprint? No worries, my guy. Here we go. Got 5 minutes on the clock. Go get him. Let me know how it goes, man. Sam says Wheatmere definitely has great food. Absolutely. I saw another one there that I wanted to comment. Where was it? Someone suggested a name that I like, and I lost it in chat now. Plunder Isles. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like Plunder Isles up here. All right, we'll throw it in there for now. Keep suggestion stuff, y'all, but for the moment, I like Plunder Isles. Let's get a little curve. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. Let's get a little curve on that text. Maybe space it out a little bit. And then we'll drop it on in. Now I think we lower that curve a bit. Yeah, there we go. Something like this. Leisha, hey, have a good day at work. Thank you for being here, Leisha. It's always good to have you. I don't know why, but you've been here for so long that like when I see your name in chat, I'm just like, all right, now we're rolling. Leisha's here. We can have a good day. So good to see you, Leisha. Raffi, rock on with that word sprint, man. You got this. I believe in you. Hey, folks, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Typically, we do this as typically it would say. Oh, my camera doesn't go up that high. Typically, it would say Fantasy Map Friday up there. But we're doing it on Thursday today. Just having a little bit of fun with it. Sometimes when you want to make, when the need to make maps is too big, you just got to go for it, right? So we're doing that today. Gamer Dad, thank you for checking in, man. It's nice to meet you. We're here every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time, so I'd love to have you back. Thanks for coming in, man. All right, I want to get this text set up a little bit right. Boom, boom. There we go. Hawk Talk, you're booking flights to volcanoes now. What's that going on? What's going on with that? Tell me more about that, man. That sounds exciting. Harpy Whisper Reef Thicket. Oh my God, that's a good name, Harpy. I'm very excited about that name, honestly. Whisper Reef Thicket. So is that where is that for? Because I just put that on anything. That sounds so cool. I love that. Where did you want that at, Harpy? Because that's a sick name. Alright, I want to work on this transition zone. Right? Misfit, isn't it an awesome name? Like, rock on, Harpy. I love it. Paul, hey, welcome in, man. We use inkcarnate.com. It's a free map maker website. You can go check it out. I'm not sponsored by them. Believe it or not, I know that it feels like I am. Sleepy name for the island, Gary, Indiana. That'd be very confusing to everyone. Yeah, J-Rock, Paul, check it out. Y'all have fun, a lot of fun with it. It's like a video game to me. I love rocking on with this, just having fun with it. All right, I want to do this transition zone. It's going to planes. Planes are hard to show with stamps. Like, what do we, I don't know. I just put in planes. Nothing there. What about this library? Nothing there. That's just kind of buildings. So what do we do down here? How do I do this transition zone, y'all? It's hard when there's, I mean, you can obviously put trees in there. Misfit, the site name was Inkcarnate. Here, I'll put it in chat for you. Inkcarnate.com. Oh, Sleepy already got it. Well done. Thank you, Sleepy. I appreciate you, man. All right, I did want more palm trees around here. I remember that. So we can throw a couple more palm trees in. Just seems like a good transition. You'd go from the more rainforesty trees. Tall grass, says Alec. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. You know what? We're going to do that. We'll make it like a grassland. Rock on, dude. Thank you. You cracked the code, I think. All right, this one palm tree, though, is way too big. All right, there we go. There are palm trees. Just a couple of them scattered throughout. You know what, though? I'm from Florida, y'all, and I've spent a lot of days at the beach hiding in the shade of a palm grove. So we gotta throw a little palm grove in here. Just something that's got some nice shadow in there, huh? Little palm thicket. There we go. And now what I'm gonna do? A little trick. A little trick. What did Slindy say? You put your scrambled eggs in Discord, Slindy? All right, hey, we'll take a look at that. Look, I'm always for checking out good food. Was it an art share, Slindy? No, just some incredible art from I don't know who that is. New person. Hey, welcome in though, whoever this is on Discord. Thank you for sharing the art. Slindy, you threw it in general chat? All right, sick. I'm gonna have to look at this art later though. Some good stuff people have been putting in there. General. All right, Slindy. Rock on, man. Those look pretty good and light and fluffy. I like it. Rock on, dude. Need some salt and pepper in there or something though. Looks tasty though. Paul, you're from Florida too? Hey, rock on, dude. I'm in Texas right now, temporarily, but Florida is deep in my heart. Y'all, if I'll just give a quick shout. If you want to hang out with this community outside of the stream, I've just put our Discord link in the chat window there, or you can go to the link in my bio, my profile, and that'll get it for you. But it's a great community. People share art in there. They share writing. We share pet pictures. Just chat. Have a good old time. So by all means, hop on in there if you want. Hey, Raffi, gonna do a little check-in with you, buddy. Timer expired. How'd your word sprint go? Oh, Thomas, you did one too. You got 183 words. Hey, rock on, man. Good for you. I appreciate y'all doing the word sprints, even though we are doing a map stream today. That's fun. Oh, you're good, Raffi. Hey, rock on, man. You don't gotta keep the timer is a suggestion, you know. Harpy, 210 words. Rock on. Let's go, y'all. Folks, if you're here for the map and you don't know what everybody's doing, often my stream looks like this, and we have there it is, a 5-minute timer, and we do writing sprints. Today we're doing maps, but some of the folks wanted to writing sprint, so hey, we'll throw a timer up there for them. Keep me updated on your word progress, everybody. That's awesome. All right, I'm trying to do some shadow underneath this palm grove, but I'm not sure what color to do, you know? I guess just like a black with a low opacity. Yeah, but not that low, Alex. Nope, not brush size. Opacity. I think something like that. Just used carefully. because I wanna show that there's shade in here. But yeah, see, that's still too strong. That's too dark. Rafi, you got Harpy. You got 210 words, and Rafi 115. Hey, you're stuck, so you jumped forward a bit in the writing. Nothing wrong with that, man. Rock on. I appreciate y'all doing some writing sprints, even though we're doing map today. You're making me wish I was writing along with you. All right, there we go. I think the palm trees are a little bit dark, but that's the idea. It's a little bit of shade, you know. This is a nice, cool place to hang out down here. I'm going to turn the opacity down a little bit more and just do a little bit around the edges, because you know I'm a sucker for blending everything in together. Can you tell I learned to paint from Bob Ross? That wet-on-wet paint style. Y'all, if you are writing in chat, let me know, and I will pull that timer back up whenever you're ready, and we'll start another writing sprint. So rock on, y'all. Happy to do it for you. Bobby Rowe. I'd never heard him called that, Sleepy. It took me a minute to know who you're talking about. All right. Grassland. Grassland is what we were going to do here. So let's see what we got for that. All right. That's not quite the right type of grass. This could do it. Ooh, you know what we could do too? Y'all, we could put some... The grass is too big. We'll make it smaller. We could put some grass around the edge of the river, though. I think that's kind of fun, you know, kind of like a weedy area. I mean, yeah, the grass is currently bigger than the trees, so don't worry about the scale too much. One of the things I'll say, I'm very bad at scale. That's something that I need to work on in my maps, so y'all help me work on that. We'll get better together at it, right? Thomas, you're right. This is typically a Friday stream, but we're doing it a little bit earlier this week because I want to finish this map up. I mean, look how close we are to finishing it. I'd really like to finish it because I want to do a map from Wrigley Little Hands as we get closer to the launch. We have, if y'all don't know, my book here in the top middle, Wrigley Little Hands. It's a fantasy comedy about a family of goblins who go on a road trip for the Dark Lord and accidentally do good at every turn. They're not as evil as they think they are. I want to finish up the map we're currently working on because I want to do a map for that book. I think that'd be fun as we approach that May 27th launch date. So that's why we're doing maps a little early today. This week, I should say. But some folks still wanted a writing sprint. So for them, we got a timer here, and I'll keep starting and stop, or, you know, running the timer through as folks want to write. Thomas, you've been here for most of this map. Rock on, man. We've seen it from start to darn near completion. I got to write that name down that you said earlier. I think it was Harpy. It was Whisper Reef Thicket. I love that name. I want to put it in here somewhere. But where did you mean for it to go, Harpy? Because it could totally work for like these islands up here, or it could work for the hills, the mountains. I guess more of a forest if it's a thicket. Let me know. Folks, if you want another writing sprint, let me know. We'll start that timer. I want to see if we can get another type of grass. So I'd like some like tall, like waist-high grass for this area we've been doing. Doesn't look like I'm getting many options there though. Grass is an unpopular stamp choice, apparently. There is stuff like this. It doesn't really fit the artistic vibe though, does it? I think the photorealistic grass is a bit more where we're at. Photorealistic. This is kind of cool. I don't think we can use it for anything because that's more like for painting a hilltop or something, but cool to have. Alright, so I think we picked the best grass, realistically. It just doesn't work scale-wise, which makes me a little sad. It's just, this grass, like, it's already the size of the trees next to it. So I think we're going to need to depict the grassland with something a little more zoomed out, right? See how we did these crops here? So we're going to need Misfit. Grass scales late game. It's like a Magikarp, right? It's terrible at the beginning, but as you get deeper into it. Let's see what we can do in the paint texture. See if we can find a grass texture that works for us. Oh, this is cool. This is like, never mind. It's not what I thought it was. I take it back. It's not cool. I'm sure there's one in here. I'm looking for something that's kind of distinctive. That would work from a high zoom level, because this is a whole big island, you know? Harpy, you said you attempted to blend islands and jungle, so maybe somewhere in there. You think the Whisper Reef Thicket is like somewhere in here? All right, we can work on that. Let's do that. I love that name. It has to be on the map. It's too good. Did you have two R's, or was it like Whisper Reef, just mashed together like that? Well, it would help if I spelled it remotely correct. All right, and get that curve softened out. And this one's a bit big, so we're gonna make it a bit smaller here. Coach, good morning. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. How have you been? I think like right around here, Harpy. It's a little bit long though, the name. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try to do it. Yeah, there we go. Much better like that. Heltzy. I think I said that right. Helties. Welcome in, man. This is indeed Incarnate. We love and support Incarnate in this house. That being said, I'd like to be able to grab this again so I can move it. Too many stamps right in here. There we go. So let's see. We're gonna rotate it a little. So, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, y'all. I'm gonna grab this. I think right about here, Harpy. We're gonna say that this name, which I love, Whisper Reef Thicket. We're going to say it works for the islands and kind of the actual jungle and mountains around here. Just call the whole place the Thicket, huh? It does look very hard to traverse and get through. Thank you for the name, Harpy. I love it. And I can never touch it again because there's too many stamps beneath it. If I actually had been doing this correctly, y'all, I would have grouped everything together. But we got lazy. I think I saw it there. Come on. Let me grab it. Haha, we got it. I feel like the name's a little bit hard to read. I was going to think maybe we bold it. Do we like that? I'm not a fan. Alright, we'll leave it there. Geo, Fantasy Map Thursday indeed, my friend. Heltis, Incarnate's made a lot of updates. I haven't stayed up to date on them. I just keep using them. I just keep using it for fun. But I know they've been changing things up. Bethany Lynn, thank you for the follow. Thanks for being here. Welcome to Fantasy Map Thursday today. For the regulars hanging out, y'all might be wondering, isn't this what we normally do on Fridays? And it is. My logic here is just, y'all, look at this map. Look how close we are to finished with it. I really want to wrap it up because I want to do a map from Wriggly Little Hands next. My book that is coming out on May 27th. So I wanted to finish this one up so we can pop over there and do some goblin shenanigans for our next map, you know? Oh, John, thank you for the follow as well. And happy Thursday to you, Bethany. Both of you, John and Bethany, thanks for being here, y'all. Appreciate you. Y'all, we're here normally every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time, doing something fun. Always creative writing or fantasy focused. So that's what we're doing. Appreciate you joining me. All right, yeah, this is a decent grass texture, but it doesn't stand out as much as I want. I want something that's got, like, clearly is a grassland, right? That's not it either. It's like I don't even know if texture is going to be the right thing for this. Yeah. I'm not really sure how to do this. Um, any canyon you do? Yeah. Hell, we got kind of a canyon going on down here in our ghost town, with these two, plateaus almost that lead down into this little chasm almost. Um, and then we also have another cliffside right here, and one more down here on the ocean. So yeah, we got a couple of that. Harpy, you said need some juniper type bushes between the crop fields and the dunes. Yeah, something in here for the transition point. I could do that. I still want to find something for this because this is like tall grass, but I'm not sure. I've messed my scale up because I'm bad at maps sometimes. So like this is the grass that I want to use. But if I scale that down, it's like even at this scale, it's still bigger than trees next to it. Maybe at that size it's okay. We could try that. Like, we could try to paint some in here. Oh. Interesting. Normally it lets you paint by dragging. Did I change that option somehow? Okay, there we go. If we wanted, we could just, we could do like this. It's a little bit dense, obviously. By the way, Misfit Mike, hey man, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I don't know, what do y'all think? Something, a little more dense than that maybe, but something kind of like this in here? I just think that the scale's wrong and that bothers me. Because I kind of messed it up from the beginning. I don't think there's much that I can do to fix it now. We just got to kind of roll with it. Misfit, the vibes are immaculate. Well, thank you, man. I say we're always here doing something fantasy focused, but in reality, on top of that, we're just trying to send people into the world with some good vibes, Start the morning off right. It certainly is the best way for me to start my morning, so I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me. Harpy said, is there a wheat field brush that we could use? Yeah, that's what I was looking for earlier. Let's try wheat. I don't think I actually searched wheat, so that's actually a good idea. And we got like this, which to me looks like the top of a grilled cheese sandwich, personally. It's clearly like rows of crop, essentially. Spirit, Invincible Gorilla. All right, rock on. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. And by the way, I missed it. Coach Kyle and Geocrim. Y'all, my OGs. Thank you for re-upping the stream team. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Grilled cheese biome. We do talk about grilled cheese a lot on this stream, y'all. What do we do? Maybe we could paint in the grass. And there is... That kind of works, but there's just too much of it. So here's the issue, right? If typically you would make a map and it'd be like at this scale, right? So you understand the scale of everything. But I was drunk with the power of 4K resolution maps and made a map that was this big, which is like continent scale size, right? So you have to choose, are you viewing the map at a continent scale or are you viewing it at a close zoom? And I chose continent scale and then zoomed in super close and kind of ruined that by making things too small. So yeah. Oops. We'll work on that for the next map. Harpy, you got the names today. The Verdant Maw. That's really good. Maybe that's just the vibe, y'all. Maybe that's what we do. We just say the grass here is bigger than the trees. It would certainly be interesting, right? Just just like a crazy grass jungle going on. I could dig it. And then, so we need to make it decently thick. I'm going to outline it. Yeah, spirit crayons. I am always a fan of a wetland with reeds and such. Being from the Florida swamps, loving the Everglades, that is my biome. Let's hear. I'm going to outline it with some stamps here, and we'll see what we can do with it. Yeah, tall grass does make sense. I think it looks okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to space some out in here. Just bear with me, y'all. We're going to try something. I'm going to space the grass out in here. Then we're going to paint beneath it with like a watery texture to see if we can kind of make it look like a wetland. We'll do one side of the river first. Because we do have this big river here, right? Let's do kind of a wetland in here. Alright, there's enough grass for now. We could always use more grass. I don't hate it, y'all. It doesn't look terrible. But let's paint it. We're gonna finish it up. Yeah, exactly, Sam. That's what I was thinking. Like it's like a river delta, right? So we get a wetland in here. So I need oh man, Coach, don't get me started. Mangroves. I don't think they have mangroves in this program. That would make me far too happy. Yeah, nothing for mangrove. I wouldn't expect them to. I mean, that's super niche. Bug, hey, welcome in. Glad to have you. We are making this in inkcarnate.com. It's a free program for map making. It's got a paid tier as well, but yeah, you can make and add your own assets, I believe. I'm just using the default ones. Oh, Impage. Impage, you're coming in with the clutch pulls. Look at this. We got swamp ferns. We got swamp fronds. Impage. Man, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Look at you. Hero again. Y'all, Impage is the resident Incarnate Pro. If you got a question about Incarnate, Impage has the answer. I'm sure of that. Look at these reeds. I'm loving that. That's what we needed to mix in here, Impage. My man, thank you very much. There we go. That's going to make it look right. And then we're still going to do that soggy ground kind of river delta texture beneath it. And I'm still in love with Harpy's name for the verdant maw. That sounds scary, man. It does look appropriately wild. I like that a lot. Seth, 2 days of map making. Yeah, Seth, so we're thinking I want to finish this map up today and tomorrow, because I want to be free to work on one for Wriggly Little Hands pretty soon, starting next week. So I'd like to wrap this bad boy up. All right, y'all, let's get a texture to paint beneath this. I don't have anything for swamp. We got mud. Doesn't look like it. There's got to be something here. Let's see, we got dirt, lava, rocks, sand, flowers, waves. Got a lot of stuff. Stone, autumn, a lot of desert. Oh, here we go. Jungle. Jungle could work. Ooh, I do like the color of that, y'all. Let's see. We're going to turn that opacity down a little bit. If I don't scroll past it. Can I try it with... Yeah, kind of a fan of this, y'all. Kind of a fan. Alright, so that opacity's still a bit high. I just want to darken the ground beneath the grass. Yeah, right? It blends the grass in nicely. I agree, Sam. Alright, look at that. Y'all, I'm loving it. Sorry, I did all that off screen. You couldn't see it, but I'm a fan of this. That's very river delta-y, swampy, wetland. And I'm going to come back with a second color, and we're going to really blend it in here. I want some blue in here to show that it's like a big wetland, right? Oop, I clicked too far. All right, so let me record what this is before I forget it. This is grass prairie green, technically. So let's write that down. Wetland equals grass prairie green at what opacity are we rocking here? 35 opacity. And that's going to be plus, we're gonna record a different color as well. Misfit, you go so much papyrus in there. Hey, Mick Cheeks McGee, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. So what I'm going to do now, y'all, is I'm going to modify the color on this one. I want to make it a little bluer, kind of like what I just did there, but we can do even more blue, kind of like this. And now we're going to turn the opacity down. So I'm going to add that we're doing a hue of 128 and an even lower opacity down to 21. Got to record all this stuff because I didn't, and I lost like basically the custom brushes that I had made. Yeah, y'all, look at that. How does that work for putting some water in there? A little bit too much even. Let's just we gotta go a little light with the clicks in here. Y'all, look at that. We got actual like swampy water going on. Oof. I am such a fan of this. Oh, you're right, Spirit. I love that. A couple spots of being like going real heavy with it would indicate that it's like more water pooling there. I think along the riverbank as well, it should be thicker. Y'all, that looks like straight up water beneath it. I'm a fan of this. Our little swamp. All right, so wait, hold on. We're gonna smooth this out a bit. We'll go back to my jungle texture. Impage says good soup. Sam says good swamp. All right, I just want to darken this a little bit. Maybe the opacity is still too low. Let's see. Test it. There we go. So there's just a little bit of harsh edges here. I want to smooth these edges out. Don't want to take away too much water. Just smooth and stuff. Like see this right here where you can see the overlay? I'm going to smooth that in. I don't want that to be so noticeable. We're just doing a little bit of wet on wet painting basically. And now we're going to go back to this one. Oh, that's a little too much still. Let's get the opacity down. Just blew it up a bit. Blew it up. Coach Kyle says, swampy. Ronnie says, map on a Thursday. You're out of control, man. Yeah, Ronnie. I want to finish this map up. Geocran, he's gone mad with power. Somebody stop him. We're so close to finishing this map that I kind of want to get it done because I want to do a map for Wriggly Little Hands coming up here. I think that'd be really fun. All right, let me grab my grass texture and throw some more grass in here. I think it's not quite dense enough on this side of the river. There we go, y'all. There we go. Look at the swamp. Oh, I love a good swamp. I love it. Y'all, thank you for the help with that. You guys helped me get there on the build. That's awesome. Seriously, y'all. I'm very pleased with that. Let's get a save. Shelbs, sorry, I don't like to call out people's names unless they chat, but Shelbs, your name is Books plus Hockey. Oh, right after my own heart. It's the two best things in the world right there. Rock on. Welcome in, Shelbs. You got an NHL team you pull for? Hey, what's up, Maddie? I'm glad you think it's cool. This is our fantasy map Thursday. Typically it's on Fridays, but we're going to do a doubleheader this week because I want to finish this map up. Look how far we are. The website is inkcarnate.com, who I am not sponsored by, but criminal that I'm not, frankly. It's a free website. There's a paid tier as well. It's pretty cheap. But yeah, we've been making fantasy maps with it, with chat's input. So chat, normally I would ask what name you want to use for an area like this, but Harpy kind of beat you to the punch with it. I mean, I don't think I can get over Harpy's name of the Verdant Maw. I thought that was super dramatic. And you know, we're canonically here, the grass is like as tall as trees. So I think Verdant Maw is a very good name. This place is scary. Our scary swamp. Now we're going to take the curve down. That's too curved. I don't even know if this needs to be curved, frankly. This text could just be... Alright, maybe a slight curve. Maybe a little curve. I can't resist a little curve. Alright, there we go. The Verdant Maw. I don't know if I want the name to span the river, though. What do we think? Because the river might have a name, right? I really need to find a good spooky swamp, says Sam. Absolutely. Necromantic Chef said a little curve as a treat. Just a little indulgence, you know? I think, how do we like it like this, guys? If I curve it a little bit and just kind of put it along the river here. It's a little bit harder to read, but I kind of like that. I think it looks good in there. Milo, this is Incarnate. It's a website, incarnate.com. Thank you for asking. Thank you for tuning in. I'll get a quick save here. I don't want to lose any of that progress. Yo, we built that swamp quick. That was sick, man. I appreciate y'all helping me get my lovely little swamp. Ooh, Misfit the Murk Marsh. That's another good name. I really like Verdant Maw, but I like Murk Marsh too. Milo, thank you for the follow. Oof, sun just came out outside. Bright in here now. Y'all like my lighting change trick? Ready? Too white. Less white. Milo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Sorry. Y'all saying funny things in chat, breaking my train of thought. Milo, I'm trying to say thank you for following as well. Madison, thank you. Or no. It wasn't Madison. It was Chase Covington 350. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Sloyd, you said you're listening in at work. You're finally getting a chance to chime in. Did I hear McCheeks McGee? Yeah, there was a name something like that earlier. It was making me laugh. Madison? Well, now Madison followed. I guess I guilted you into it. Well, thank you, Madison. Y'all, this is the Fantasy Map Thursday. Normally it's Fantasy Map Friday. But we're doing it a little bit early this week because look how close we are to finishing this map. I'd love to wrap this baby up, get a bow tie on it today and tomorrow, and move on to doing a map from one of my books next. Because, you know, we created this one just organically for stream. But I think it'd be real fun to do one straight out of one of my books next. So we're doing a double header this week. Murkmaw, that's another good one, Impage. Y'all got too many good names. Daniel, Incarnate is free. There is also a paid version. But the free version is often powerful enough for whatever you might want to do. I used the free version for a long time, and I really only got to the paid version for streaming it. So we'd have you know, everything we might want at our access. At our fingertips. We'll go with that. Ooh, okay, yeah. All right, Necromantic, you are spot on. We do need a name for the river. We need a name for the river. Let me know, guys. Find your smile. Welcome in, man. How you doing? You said clearly each side has its own name, and the swamp people have been at war for centuries. Each half of the swamp needs a name. I really do like Murk. What was it, Murk Marsh? Yeah, Misfit contributed Murk Marsh. I need to write that down because I really like that. It's a super dramatic name. All right, here I got the solution. I got the solution, y'all. I figured it out. We're gonna name. So we're gonna take Verdant Maw. Let's paste that over here off to the side because we're gonna change some things, but I don't want to lose anything. So Verdant Maw. I'm going to change that to Merkmarsh. I think that works a little bit better right in there. And then we're going to take Verdant Maw. We're going to put that for the hills and the forests up in here. I think that what do we think about that? Does that work? I feel like that works a bit better. The hills and the mountains are kind of like the teeth of the maw. I think that kind of works. Let's get this curve the opposite direction. Just slight. And maybe size it down just a little bit. And now I'd like to move it, but it's hard to click when there's so many stamps beneath it, because I got too stamp happy. There we go. Sprite crayons. I'm sorry, I think I was calling you Spirit. It's Sprite crayons. Now, I like maw as the whole thing. Maw implies mouth. It's fitting for the mouth of the river. Yeah, it does kind of work. I can see that. I could see that. So this is a really pedantic thing. I think Verdant Maw looked better along the river, like it was longer and it kind of followed the river more. I thought that looked nice. Maw does work for a river delta, right? I kind of get that. I like that. Y'all got some good. You got too many good name suggestions. I want to put more names than I need because of all these great name suggestions, y'all. But can we just appreciate this swamp a minute? I'm so happy with this. What a cool way we built that with the grass and then the painting the ground better. Misfit, you agree it looked better? Yeah, I might have to change it back. But Coach Kyle, you got an idea? Necromantic. So what we got here is we have this lake up in the mountains, the waterfall, and then it's a river that turns into a delta and then flows into a bay. And this color change here is where the fresh water is hitting the salt water. So you got a brackish bay down here. I think I'm going to change this back. If I can ever grab this stamp again. There needs to be a way to grab the names as like a different texture because there's so many itty bitty stamps down in here. Oh, there it is. We got it. We found it. All right, we'll change it back. Yeah, see, Verdant Maw just looks better. It follows the river a little bit. I'm a big fan. Kind of like, come on, mouse. Like that, maybe? Maybe a little bit more up. Brackish Bay. What a good name, Misfit. I'm sorry, Celestipop. You asked what program. It's called Incarnate. It's a free website for map making. It's got a paid tier as well, which we're using here, but the free tier is pretty darn good. Coach Kyle, you said save Merkmarsh for the Wrigley map. Yeah, we could do that. But Coach, in Wrigley Little Hands. Hey, Empage, thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate you. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by with your Incarnate Pro knowledge. I always appreciate having you. Folks, if you don't know, I'm author Alex Knight. Welcome in. We stream every weekday at 7 a.m. Central Time. Some days we do maps, some days we do creative writing exercises, bookish stuff. I'm always taking questions about books and writing and publishing. I'm a full-time author. By the way, these are my book ones. You can pick them up on Amazon. Top row is fantasy, bottom row is lit RPG. And the reason we're doing a double header for map making this week is this book here in the top middle, Wrigley Little Hands, is coming out May 27th. I want to make a map from it on stream, but we got to finish our current map, right? So we're going to finish our current one so we can exist in the world of Wrigley Little Hands a little bit. So that's why we're doing this on Thursday today. Coach, you had suggested that we save Merc Marsh as a name to use in the Wriggly Little Hands map. I do like that, but there's a little bit of a stipulation. Here, I'll pull it up real quick. If we look at the existing map for Wriggly Little Hands, it's this one here. Let me get my windows aligned. This is the map that we have for Wriggly Little Hands. And now I just made it. I had a guy make it for fun. My cover artist, Ivan Shavrin. Shout out to him, man. Love him. The places in Wriggly Little Hands have funny names because it is a comedy book, right? So the swamp in Wriggly Little Hands, canonically, is named the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. So when we do the map for Wrigley, we got to go with those funny names. Yeah, Bad Spooky. There's also the Hoodoos of Who Goes There. There's the Rapids of Regret. The Plains of Paralyzing Fear and Abandoned Hope. Like, all of them have goofy names because it's a comedy book. Y'all are liking. So this is a goblin map, canonically. The book is about goblins on a road trip, right? So this is their map, and these are what they name places. Also, I love all the little details Ivan threw in. Like, they squished a mosquito on the map. This guy's down here just burning a hole in it. So yeah, this is the existing map from Wriggly Little Hands, but I want to... There you go, Impage. There you go. I'm pointing at it on screen like y'all can see it. There you go. That's very on brand. The Marsh of Mucky Stuff. That is very much what the goblins would name something. The really long bridge of anxiety. Yeah, see, y'all are getting it now. Y'all are getting it. By the way, I missed it. I had several follows that I didn't shout out, so hold on. Necomantic Chef, thank you for the follow, my friend. As well, Telltale Temper, that's going to be hard to say fast, thank you. And No Hope Hero, appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for that. Welcome in, guys. Glad to have you. Let me catch up on chat a minute. Lore, you said, what do you use to make the map? I'm writing my first fantasy book now. Well, first of all, congratulations, Lore. Rock on. We make this with inkcarnate.com. I'll throw it in chat since a lot of folks have been asking. There it is, inkcarnate.com. It's a free map maker right in your webpage, but it has a paid tier as well if you want. Super affordable. It's $5 a month or $25 for the year. I'm not sponsored by them, but I feel like I should be. At this point, it's become a running joke. But yeah, welcome in. And congrats on working on your first fantasy book. If you want, so typically, y'all, the stream would look a little more like this, and we do writing. We do 5-minute writing sprints where we write together and come up with ideas and whatnot. So we do that a couple of days a week. So Laura, if you're looking to work on your book with some other folks, please, weekdays 7 a.m. Central Time. We're here having a good time. Harpy, you want to sprint? We can do that, y'all. A couple of the regulars were expecting to do some writing today, and I pulled the rug out from under them and did a fantasy map Thursday instead. But since they want to write, look, we got our timer up, and folks, Raffy, who else was it? Harpy, you were sprinting. I think Thomas, you were sprinting. So, folks, if you were going to do some writing sprinting, well, a timer's rolling, so go for it and update me on how it goes for y'all. Laura, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Sprite Crayons, you said, I think you need an outpost or something on the other side of the bridge to justify it. Ah, yes, Sprite. This one hasn't been finished yet, so what's going to happen here? This purple texture, this is a stand-in, meaning that I'm going to put a city there. It's just kind of highlighting it. So we're going to have a port city built up right in here. We'll probably do that one tomorrow. Be one of the last things we do finishing up the map, I think. Rachel Morgan, welcome in. This is a map making program called Inkcarnate. To me, it's a game. I love it. I do this instead of playing video games sometimes. You can catch it on inkcarnate.com. It's free to use. It's got a very affordable pro tier. And you can make some cool maps like we've made here. Thank you for all the help, stream chat. You have been rocking it, so I appreciate that. T, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that as well. Thanks for being here. Geo, you were asking to check general chat. Geo, what is this? Hold on. I gotta put this up for everybody to see. Geo, what have you created here? POV, it's Thursday. I don't know what this comic is from, but I do love the Incarnate logo. And oh god, he's going for the Incarnate. This is good, Geo. I love it. Live memeing of what's happening on stream. Somebody stop him. Is it a jukebox? I don't know the original. Is he going for the jukebox? That's very funny, dude. I love it, man. Y'all, we have some fun on Discord. If you want to hang out with the community outside of stream, let me just do a little plug for the Discord. I'll put the link in chat right now. Or you can, there you go, I just put it in chat. Or you can just go to the link in my bio. I got my Discord in there. We got over 120 people now hanging out there, sharing art, sharing maps they're working on, sharing writing. Pet pictures, of course. Gotta have the pet pictures. You all have some cute pets, my god. But yeah, we have a good time in there, so please feel free to join the Discord if you want to hang out. Let me catch up on chat. Rachel Morgan, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Here every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time. Sprite, you make real maps at work, dude? Tell me about that. That's sick. Samson, you said I saw a thing where someone took rice and I know this. Yeah, it's super cool. You take rice and you like throw it on a piece of paper, right? And then you outline it, and any grains off by themselves, you outline them. Those become islands, and then the ones that are all together, you outline them to make continents. You can have a basis of a map there. It's pretty sick. It's a fun way to do it. Oh, T, you're making a fantasy audio series, man. Rock on. Congrats to you. Definitely use this for your map if you want to make it. It's a good program for that. I'm just so happy with this swamp that we did, y'all. Now we just got to blend it in a little bit. The edges, get those kind of going. Could be good. I think, you know what we need? We need to do some hills along the edge of it, because wetlands, when you're not in Florida, which is where I'm from, so we don't have this, but wetlands around the world tend to be boxed in by hills on one side. It's kind of what creates them. Think about like the Amazon River Basin. It's the, what is it, the Andes? Whatever mountain range it is, I believe it's the Andes. Hold, please. Not the Andres. That would be a very good name for mountains. Yeah, the Andes. Box it in on the western edge. It's what creates that whole giant wetland. So I want to put a range of hills right in here as logic for what's making the verdant maw. Thank you for the follow, Chase.bomr. Appreciate you being here, man. Rock on. Wait, who is that? TJ, you said, love the stream. Very cool. I'll be back tomorrow. Time to work. Hey, have a good day, TJ. I appreciate it. It was nice to meet you, man. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a good work day. And we'll catch you tomorrow, right? Daniel, you said, I've heard of wadding up paper. I've heard of the wadding up paper method. What's your favorite fiction map outside of Lord of the Rings? Ooh, that's a tough one. Favorite fiction map outside of Lord of the Rings? I really like the Lord of the Rings map, man. It's such a good map. It's so he's famously not a big map guy. But hold on, we'll pull it up here. I like Abercrombie's World. It's not like the greatest map in my opinion. Sitting here talking crap about my favorite author on stream. That's a real smart thing to do. I think that it's visually this isn't my favorite map, but regionally I find it very interesting. The Circle of the World, it's called. I like this map that goes for Abercrombie's World because it starts with Midderland here in the middle, and that's kind of like the central focus, and there's all these regions kind of spiraling out from it. It helps that I'm a huge Joe Abercrombie fan. But you know, the first Avatar: The Last Airbender map's also good. Good call. Find Your Smile. Pull that one up real quick too. Ooh, I like this one. It's blended in a bit better. Wow. Okay, super zoom on this. This one's a little detailed, but here we go. This is like listing all the locations they go to. It's almost like too detailed. It's a cool world. I've always enjoyed that one as well. Daniel, what's your favorite? I answered. Now it's your turn, my friend. You let me know. All right, we'll get back to our map. To our map. There we go. Who was it? Connor, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Happy Thursday to you. Oh, the Game of Thrones map, Daniel. Okay. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. I should have called that one out. Thank you for the follow, Daniel. I appreciate you, man. Rock on. Y'all, if you don't know, by the way, I am author Alex Knight. Been writing full time since 2018, and we stream now every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time. Some days we're doing maps. Some days we're doing creative writing exercises. By the way, we had the timer going. If you were sprinting along on that timer, please do let me know how many words you got, because that's one of the things we do on stream. Often the stream will look like this, and we will do writing sprints. I write my next book on stream. In fact, if we go over to the covers, this novella, Thief of Honor, I wrote this entirely on stream last month. And that's with the editor now. It's going to come out, be free, so y'all get to see what I'm working on. But when we're not making maps, we're making books. Y'all, these are my book ones. Top row is fantasy, bottom row is lit RPG. If any of them look interesting to you, please. I don't have a Ko-fi, I don't have a Patreon, anything like that. I just say if you're having a good time and you like reading, you want to support me, maybe give a book a check. See what you like. If you want me to talk about any of them, just shout them out, and I'll let you know what they're about. But the reason we're doing a double map Thursday, Friday this week is Wriggly Little Hands here in the top center. That is my fantasy comedy about goblins on a road trip, and it's coming out on May 27th, and I want to make a map for it. But before we do that, we got to finish this one, and we're making some good progress on it, so I'm excited to keep it going here. Sam Shell, you said the only map I like more than LRTR are ancient maps from IRL. The sea monsters are great. The sea monsters, Sam, hey, like this. We had to get one in. The reason that Worm Lake is called Worm Lake, right on in here. Gotta love those old sea monsters, though. We got a sand snake as well, a sand dragon that chat wanted in there, living on the beach. So watch your step. Sloyd, you said speaking of Abercrombie, have you had a chance to read The Devils? Also, Sloyd, hold on, y'all. All right, hold on. I gotta show this off. I've been waiting to do this. I'm so excited. Hey, I actually gained people while I was gone. That's funny. Sloyd, this one's just for you. Let me just Pokeblock. Real quick, you had said that the Pokemon Black and White map is pretty cool. Pokeblock, I am not gonna look at it because I missed Pokemon Black and White entirely when it came out. I've only ever played Yellow, Gold, and Ruby, and I have recently restarted a playthrough of all of those in order. So I finished Yellow and I'm on Gold now. I'm going to do Ruby next and then probably Black and White, and I've never seen anything from Black and White, and I really want to be totally unspoiled, so I'm going to go into that totally fresh, but I've heard so many good things about the map, I really want to see it. Anyway, the reason I ran away, Sloyd, this is for you, my guy. You said, have I read The Devils? Well, y'all check this out. I just got my special edition of The Devils. Look at the freaking sprayed edges on this thing. It's ridiculous. I am in love with the art for this book. I just started reading it. I'm so excited for Abercrombie's newest. Look at this image on the cover, dude. On the inside. I don't actually, hold on. TikTok would get mad about that. We'll cover this up. Cover that part up. Let's see if I get it closer to me. There we go. The inside of this book is nuts. Like the art. And then look at the cover. I don't know if you can see the details. It's embossed with I don't know just how to describe it. I've gone blurry now. Hold please, I fix. There we go. Anyway, Sloyd, I have not read The Devils. I'm only a chapter in, but I am reading it, and I am in love with this book. It's so cool. As soon as they announced the special editions, I was like, absolutely, we are getting one. and it is an absolute work of art. I'm astounded by it. Shout out to the Broken Binding who made it. They did an incredible job with it. So now I gotta set this somewhere off screen that it's not gonna be in the way of anything. Okay, anyway, sorry, Sloyd, you sent me on a rabbit hole there, but it was fun. Pokeblock, you said my covers give you D&D vibes. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's kind of what we're going for, especially Wriggly Little Hands. It is. I describe it as a D&D party if everybody made intelligence their dump stats. It's a very low intelligence party of goblins in it, but they're wacky. They really worm their way into your heart too. So y'all, that comes out May 27th. You can actually get a paperback now on Amazon if you want. We've soft launched that, and you can pre-order the audiobook or the ebook if you want. So give them a look if you're interested. Lore, you said, is there a part of the writing process that you struggle with the most? I'm pretty new to all this. Lore, I really don't like editing. I don't struggle with it so much as I'm just a big baby and I don't like doing it. I don't mind doing my own editing, like catching typos and stuff. It's when you got to do more than that that I'm like, I don't wanna. It's not as fun. What about you though? I'm sure everybody has things that they resonate with more than others. I'm sure you'll find that as you move through it. And Lore, we do writing Q&A, publishing Q&A all the time around here. So please do ask any questions you have. I'm always happy to talk about that. Oh, and I'm sorry, Burly Gamer, are you still here, man? I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're still here. Thank you. I'm so sorry that I missed your question, man. I got distracted. Yeah, this is a program called Incarnate. I'll put it in chat for you. I typed it wrong. No, I did. We got it right. No typos. It's incarnate.com. It's a free program. We are on the paid tier here, but it's $5 a month or $25 for the year, so it's not a bad deal. Very, very generous. Incarnate's a great website. Highly recommend, y'all. Pokeblock, you said you've seen the Paragon book. Oh, okay. Yeah, I co-wrote that one with a good friend of mine. It's a good place to start. I'm actually writing book 5 in that series. We're writing book 5 in it now. I'll be the last one in the series. So, I saw there's other stuff that I wanted to say. Kayla Browning, welcome in. We're doing a surprise map day today, so I need to probably get back to work on the map. But yeah, surprise map day for everyone. I say for everyone. Let's be real. I'm just being greedy. I just wanted to do it. I love this so much. Thanks for being here, folks. Thank you for the follows, Lauren. Appreciate that. TJ Miller, thank you. Welcome in, and thanks for being here. I appreciate the follows, everybody. We are here every weekday at 7 a.m. Central Time, doing something, writing, focus. Might be making maps. Might be doing we play writing games once in a while. We started doing that. That's actually really fun. I'm excited to get more into it. And sometimes I work on my book on stream. So a lot of fun writing stuff. We're all about publishing, fantasy, maps, all that good stuff. So welcome on in, folks. Glad to have you. Wow, chat's popping off. Let me see. Kayla, I know I'm throwing people by doing Fantasy Map Friday on a Thursday. But look, I even changed the text at the top for for us all. Chase Covington said D&D Dungeon Masters could have a ball with this. Absolutely they could, man. It's so good. And they actually have a more battle map focused program you can use. Like there's in the stamp library, which you can't see because vertical orientation, I can't fit it on screen. They have a battle map asset library, which is like perfect for DMs. It's your boy. What's up, man? Said, how do you create the illusion of elevation? I always struggle with that. Okay, so I got 2 quick tips for you. It's your boy. Number 1, so if you look right in here at this crop field, see there's a little black line right in here, a little shadow. So what we do for that, I learned this one recently. We do the pathing tool. Let's do it. We're going to do one right in here. So what you do is you do the pathing tool and you draw it along the edge of something that you want to have shadow on, and it'll and you make it a low opacity, and you put a blur on it, and it makes it look like there's shadow there. So like I'm gonna Control Z and take it away. Not there anymore. Put it back. So it gives you the illusion of shadow. I think that's a great way to do the illusion of elevation. And then the other thing is, I got a cliffside here. This one's okay, but so like what I've done, putting this tree on it, I think makes it look like it's higher up than its surroundings. It makes it stand out and notice there's a cliffside more. And then realistically, if I had been extra detailed, what I would do is the size of the crops right here on this cliff, I'd make them a little bit bigger than the ones down here to show an elevation change. I wasn't working that detailed. So those are my 2 tips for showing elevation that I would recommend. I'm not the best at map making though. Like I'm really learning as I go, y'all. There's a lot of folks in chat that are much better than me, and a lot of people on the website that are better than me. So. Just a lot of people that are better than me. Scott, hey, welcome in, man. This is Incarnate. I'll drop it in chat for you. Incarnate.com. It's a free website for map making. Thomas Hoskins, thank you for the follow. Flappy Bird, thank you for the follow. Y'all, appreciate it. Alex Mini Paint, thank you. Man, flood of followers today. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Oof, Harpy. You can't be dropping all these good names. Brackmere. I love it so much, Harpy. God almighty. Harpy, this is supposed to be a thing that we vote on in chat, but you're just hitting me with all the names that I fall in love with. Yeah, of course this little town that's going to go here, this little purple area, that's the mark we're going to put a town there. Of course it's called Brackmere. I love that. My God. Harpy. That's incredible. Stop being so good. There was a lot of chat that I missed that I wanted to comment on. Thomas, you said I'm currently on a chapter that I'm struggling on because it's a transitional chapter. Oh, those are tough. Thomas, don't feel like you have to spend more time in the transition than you need. If there's not something important that happens in the transition from one scene to the next or one movement to the next, you don't even have to write it. You can just literally have a page break and have the characters be where they need to be. But if the transition is important, yeah, you want to insert some humor or some important detail. You want it to pull double duty. It's going to transition as well as teach us things about the story. Which, by the way, y'all, if you don't know, we're here every weekday at 7 a.m. Central Time. But this is a map stream today, but some days it's a writing stream. And I'm always happy to answer your questions about writing and books and publishing, because I am a full-time author. So when I'm not making maps on stream, I'm writing books. So that's why that question was asked, and I love to answer it. All right, let's see. There's other stuff. I'm sorry, chat. There's so many good things here, and I'm missing it. Twitch.tv/The Burly Gamer says, thanks. I love how fantasy maps look, so I'll have to play around with that. Yeah, man, have fun with it. It's like a video game. It really is. I have way too much fun with it. Ronnie says, how's it feel to be on a book 5? Is it surreal? Ronnie's talking about Paragon down here on the bottom left. This is book 1 pictured, but my co-writer and I are on book 5 now. Finishing out the trilogy. So books 1 through 3 are out. Book 4 is with the audio narrator, and book 5 is in my drafts folder. We're working on it. Sorry, I saw 2 more questions about it. Scott Hub says traditional or indie, and Laura Lore says, do you self-publish? Well, thank you guys for the questions. Any of these books here that have a little icon on the bottom left, Portal Books, those are through my small press publisher that I work with. So Servant of Rage, Rise to Glory, and Warden. Those are all through small press. Paragon is self-published along with my co-author, Luke Chemlenko. We do them together. And then Wriggly Little Hands and The Far Wild are also self-pub. All these are on Amazon, y'all. If you put the titles in, you can find them in audiobook, ebook, paperback, or you can go to authoralexknight.com to learn more about them. I appreciate you looking into them. I have gone trad a little bit with traditional publishing. It's a long story. I'm going to give you the TLDR. In 2015, I got picked up by the number 2 agent in North America, which I was super excited about. Until about 2 months later, he was embroiled in a scandal that drove him out of the industry and resulted in me and all of his other clients getting our books dropped overnight. And because other agents couldn't verify what publishers he had queried those books to, they wouldn't pick them up. So basically, me and his other I don't know, 30 or 40 clients, all got our books absolutely thrown into the trunk overnight. Ouch. So I have tried TradPub again since then, and I'll keep trying with it. But I'm doing full time from indie and self pub, so we're rocking and rolling. We persevere. The horrors persist, but so do I. Thank you for the question, though. Sam, you said, is the Bay going to be a port? Yes, Sam, it is. That's why the purple's around here. This is going to be a port city we're going to put in. We'll probably do that one tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. Archon Dante, thank you for the follow, my dude. Dramatic name. I dig it. Very cool. Michael Bucky B, the program is called Incarnate. Thanks for asking, and sorry it took me so long to answer, but I threw it in chat there. It's inkcarnate.com, free map making program. Super cool. Oh, another follow. Thank you, Fraggernocht. I appreciate that. Sounds like a German holiday or an offensive name. I don't know which. Appreciate you being here, though, man. Sloyd, you turned the guy at work onto Paragon series, and he's read all 3. He's waiting on number 4. Sloyd, my guy, thank you. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for that. Word of mouth is powerful, y'all. I really appreciate that, Sloyd. Thank you. Thank you for talking about my books to people. You keep me doing what I'm doing. I appreciate that immensely. Please remind him to leave a review if he had a good time. I appreciate it. Scott Hub said, "Why the switch up between traditional and indie?" I think I answered it as you were asking. But I'm still trying trad, Scott. I'm gonna put another book out for agents pretty soon and see what we can do with it. All right, y'all. Let's take a quick look at the map. We'll zoom out a little bit. We need to really work on the transitions, right? Like the verdant maw to the beach. Like I want to smooth that area in. Maybe this area right here. And then the rest of the terrain up into the city. Because my goal is tomorrow to work on these 3 city pockets. And then kind of smooth this transition out. And then I think the map's going to be mostly done, y'all. What do you think? Fraggernocht, you said, I loved using Incarnate when I was a DM. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, you know how good it is. It's a wonderful program. Michael, you said free. Nice. I'm a homebrew DM. Look at that. 2 DMs in a row. Yeah, there is a paid tier for Incarnate. $5 a month or $25 for the year. Just gets you more assets and higher resolution maps. You don't have to use it. But either way, it's super cool. Always a fan of it. All right, let's work on the transition around this swamp. I want to smooth these edges a little bit, right? So let's do that. We're going to grab some of these stamps. I'm going to do some smaller versions of these, what do you call them, reeds, I guess. Just going to throw a couple on in here. And we need to grab this one as well, my other type that we're using. We're gonna make it small. And we're just gonna kind of stick it in here a little bit. Don't take that out of context. Don't clip that one. And then a little bit smaller. Right in there. Boom. Oh, sorry, I was off screen. So I'm just trying to do a little bit of a transition out, right? So now that we've got those plants, we're going to paint it very gently with the color that we're using here. It's our prairie green. Because I just want to extend it basically up to this range of hills to show like the hills are kind of what keeps the swamp in, right? Thomas, you asked, are you legally able to use the maps that you build here for books? So Thomas, you are, as long as you are making them on the Pro version. The Pro version will give you licensing rights to use them in your books. The free version won't, which, I don't know, seems a fair trade-off to me. I respect that. Especially considering the Pro version is $25 a year, and if you do the $5 a month and then make the map and export it, then you're good. Scott Hub, you said, which book are you working on that involves this map? It's amazing, by the way. Well, thank you, Scott. This actually isn't for a book. We just been building this with chat, with the stream. maybe we use it in a book in the future. There's a lot of cool places in here that I kind of want to write about. I want to experience because we built some really cool things. I'll do a tour of them here once we finish saving. So let's see. We got hey Danny. We got Danny with a follow. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. So cool locations. We got Witherworm down here, which is our ghost town that we built. A little hard to see through the fog, but that's kind of the idea. And the lore behind that we made was Worm Lake and Wither Waste, or Worm Waste, used to be one lake. And this volcano erupted, and when it did, it created a land bridge that sealed the two lakes off. So the one on the bottom is drying out, dying. The one on the top's doing fine. But because the lake started to shrink, this town lost its source of fresh water and fell into ruin, and now it is a haunted, creepy ruin down here in the cold, cold south. Another cool place, we threw a wizard tower in here between the islands. Why not? It's got like a tide pool or a whirlpool around it. Easter egg we threw in. We got a hockey rink down here, folks. These arches are our nets. And, it's vaguely oval shaped, so they're a little hockey rink we snuck in there. Someone wanted a lighthouse for stargazing, so we got Aurora Point over there on the end of the beach. The original Easter egg for the map is this duck sitting in a tree, looking over the lake, Duck Lake. And then I think the only other Easter egg right now is the hidden tunnel. Secret tunnel. It starts right here. You can go into it, and it comes out underwater down here at the base of the cliffs. So there's our Easter eggs that chat has suggested. And, oh, actually, I guess this isn't really an Easter egg, but someone wanted an herbalist's hut down here on the other side of the bridge off by itself. So there's our herbalist's hut. I never painted this in with grass. We need to paint this little island in. All right. Harpy said, I still think you should turn it into part of the dice game. Yeah, we could do that. I think we could, Harpy. I think it'd be fun. Fraggernox, you said, for one campaign, I made a map based on the continent of Ursus from Hyperion. Players went crazy. I'm not sure what that is. Ursus, Hyperion. Let's see. I'm not sure. What world is this from? I'm not aware of what that's from. Let me know in chat. Thomas Carver, you said, are you familiar with Xanth? I don't think I am. The name rings a slight bell, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, I like. I'm gonna keep working on transitions. Ooh, an underground city, Scott. Yeah, I dig that. I don't know how we'd show it. But we could say there's one there. All right, we got to do a transition right in here. So let's grab our sand. Oop, that's too much. Get that opacity down. What are we doing? We don't use full opacity on this map. Oh, sorry, y'all couldn't see what I was doing. We're painting in right here. I think I said I wanted a range of hills here to kind of keep the swamp in. So let's grab some hills. Kind of like that. Maybe one right there. One day I'll actually work on the map on screen and not where y'all can't see it. I just gotta zoom out. That's my problem. Scott, that'd be cool. We'll do like a magnifying glass circle and then I'll look into what's beneath the ground there. That's pretty sick. I like that concept. Oh, you know what, y'all? These hills are kind of the wrong color. We're gonna roll with it. We can change it anyway. We can change their hue. All right, so I need these palm trees. At least you gotta hide behind that hill a little bit. That'd be a cool way to symbolize the hill as part of the terrain. There we go. I like that. Those palm trees are like tucked in there now around the hill. So what we're gonna do, you see the hills up above this are like very green. I want these to be a little bit green, but a little more faded because it's between the swamp and the beach. So we're going to turn its hue down. There we go. That was a slight change, but I like it. We turned its hue to 8. A little bit more. There we go. That's kind of what I'm looking for. 17. So now I'm going to take my other hills here. We're going to set their hue to the same. Make them a little green. And then maybe, I think, we desaturate them a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Now that feels like they belong in there. See how they look like a part of the terrain? I dig it, y'all. I dig these hills. Now, we got a little bit of a conflict here with this castle, our sand castle. Let's put it like right here. And then this palm tree should be behind its hill, I think. There we go. Okay, so I think this works. I think this shows us that, you know, the swamp is held at bay because of the beach. Or the swamp waters are held at bay because of these hills. It separates the beach. So I think that's a good transition point. I like that. Let's maybe stick one more hill in here. There we go. I dig it, y'all. I dig it. Go ahead and save those, and I'll see what chat's talking about. Fraggernock, you said Hyperion is a book series from Dan Simmons centered around a planet with para-casual monoliths and a... waiting on part 2. Thomas, you said look up a map of Xanth and have a good laugh. Is it based on Florida? It definitely is. I mean, at least based on this. It's like definitely Florida. That's interesting. I'm going to have to look at that in more detail later. I've never heard about that. It's just fat Florida. Interesting. All right. I want to get rid of the green down here, the really light green. I know I'm being pedantic here, y'all. This is my downfall. I just don't want I don't want any of the old green to be, you know, shining through around here. It needs to be kind of swampy, you know. There we go. Okay, now I need to redo that road though, because is this the right one? This is. Let's see, my roads are Fantasy World Dirt, 80 opacity. So let's grab Fantasy World. Sorry, you can't see the asset library here. Dirt, and then opacity needs to go to 80. All right, and we're gonna zoom in. I use a small brush, I think it's like 8. And we're just gonna do this road again because it got a little bit covered over. Although, you know what? I'm not sure I want to do it over, guys. I kind of like how the marsh is like bleeding into it here. That's actually pretty sick. I'm a fan of that, honestly. Yeah, I guess I'm going to leave it. The road runs into marsh and beach. I'm a fan. All right. A Kotar book map is based on the UK, says Laurel. Yeah, I kind of got that vibe when I looked at it recently. I totally see that. Yo, what do we do with this weird little patch here? What do we do with this? It's like, it's kind of got 4 sides, right? It's got crops on one side. Find your smile. There is not an eyedropper tool, man. And there really should be. There really should be. I don't know why there's not. So Incarnate, if you're taking feedback, give me that eyedropper tool. Or maybe I just don't know where it is, but I don't see it. Utterly Milked. First of all, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. You said, what's your favorite named location on this map? Oh, man, that's tough. Ooh, that's tough, my guy. I think it's got to be the Verdant Maw right in here. This giant swamp with reeds as tall as trees following the river. Maybe some big scary beasties in there. I'm a sucker for wetlands, so I'm going to go with Verdant Maw, but it's tough. I mean, I really love Whisper Reef Thicket up in here. I think that was a great name suggestion. Both of those from Harpy, who's just killing it with the name suggestions today. Thank you, Harpy. Wheatmere is great. Coach Kyle put that name there. Props to you, Coach Kyle. And then I really do love the Rhyme Chain and Witherworm down here. Our Ghost City right in here, and then our Frozen Islands that span between it complete with a Wizard Tower in the middle. So I think all those locations. But what do you think, Utterly? What's of the names that you've seen, what do you think? Clay Connor, this is Incarnate. Yeah, man. Incarnate.com. Love this map maker. Super, super cool. By the way, Utterly Milked, users 771384048233 and Scooter5050. Y'all, thank you for the follow. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for being here. Guys, we stream every weekday at 7 a.m. Central Time. Some days we make maps. Some days we do creative writing exercises, talk about books and whatnot. Clay Connor, thank you as well for the follow, my guy. I appreciate you. Y'all, thanks for being here today. If you don't know, I'm author Alex Knight. We've been working on this map for a couple weeks now with chat. It's just an all-original map. We made it with chat. I think we're almost done with it. Got a couple more things. I'm hoping, my goal is we finish it tomorrow, because y'all, these are my books here. These are my book ones. You can find them on Amazon. Ebook, paperback, audiobook. But Wriggly Little Hands, this one here in the top center, that is coming out on May 27th. And I want to start making a map for that with y'all. So I want to finish up the one we're working on. But y'all, a lot of folks ask me, how can they support me? Is there a Patreon? Is there a Ko-fi? Can they donate? Nothing like that. I don't have any of that stuff. They're good programs, good monetary streams, I suppose. But y'all, I just like to write books. So if you're having fun and you want to support me, go check out my books on Amazon. Maybe one catches your eye. If you want to know about any of them, just shout out the title. I'll tell you about them. But yeah, anyway, this is the one that's coming out soon. And you can pre-order now. You can pre-order the ebook and the audiobook. It's an incredible audiobook done by Sound Booth Theater. Big shout out to them. Really love the work they did with it. But yeah, guys, we're here every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time. We're doing maps, we're doing creative writing exercises. Sometimes, hold on, we gotta grab this now. If I could type. Sometimes we do creative writing games, and we use this absolutely wonderful website, Mighty Dice. Daniel, yes, Jeff Hayes of Sound Booth Theater, you're right. Jeff Hayes is on the audiobook for Wriggly Little Hands. Sometimes we play creative writing games, and basically how that works is, if we could load in here, come on, baby. We have this wonderful program for rolling dice. Listen to this, y'all. Oh, I love it. It gives me chills every time. And hold on, you want more dice? I love this program. So sometimes we use this to decide what writing we're going to do for the day. So that's one of the streams that we do. But today we're making maps. So welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you. And right, Sam, isn't that fun? I almost did that today, but I wanted to finish this map up. So we'll get on to that maybe Tuesday next week. We'll see. Maybe Monday. But yeah, look at the progress on the map. Coswick, it's nuts, right? Look at the swamp. We just popped this swamp out of nowhere today. Just boom, swamp suddenly. Chat had all the good ideas on how to do it, so appreciate you, chat. You getting me through it. But y'all, I think the last thing I want to do today is, what do we do with this little square? Maybe crops? Maybe just the far fields of Wheatmere? Could that work? Could the crops just stretch all the way out there? Little hands, busy minds. Hello, my friend. Welcome in. Good to have you. I feel like your name is very spiritually aligned with my next book coming out, Wriggly Little Hands. I wrote that one for you, apparently. Y'all, if you don't know, this one is about a family of goblins on a road trip to help the Dark Lord. And they accidentally mess it up and do good at every turn because they're not as evil as they think they are. It's a very D&D focused adventure. Coming out May 27th, but you could pre-order. You can pre-order it now on Amazon if you want. So give it a look. I think it's my favorite book I've ever written. I can't wait to get it out to y'all. Coswick, the map making program, is called Incarnate. I just dropped it in chat there, incarnate.com. Little Hands, thank you for the follow. And also, I didn't thank SSJG Cole. Thank you, both of you, for the follow. I appreciate that. I love it. Thank you for being here. Oh, another one. Reggie, thank you very much, y'all. Man, y'all rock. Thank you for being here. I think, let's see. Clay Connor says, is the Incarnate membership worth it? Connor, I think the free tier is totally fine. You can do so much with the free tier. But the pro membership's $5 a month or $25 for the year. That's a rockin' deal in my opinion. So I went ahead and got the pro. I've done a lot of work in the past on the free tier. But the pro tier is pretty sick too. It just gives you more assets and higher resolution maps. And if you're going to use any of the maps for your books, you have to be on the pro plan for licensing reasons. But if you just want to play around with it, free tier is fine. It's awesome. Little Hands, you said, how easy is this to use? Oh, it's super easy. I wish you could see my full screen. I can't get it to fit on the vertical orientation. But literally, so like, let's say we wanted to build something here, Little Hands. I'm going to show you just a quick thing. Let's say we're going to make a forest, right? So we're going to just go and we're going to grab the tree stamp. Let's make it a bit bigger. And what it'll do is, this tree is actually a bad example because it's not a great variance in it. Let's grab like this. This is bushes, I think. So every time you click, it's going to set down a slight variation on that stamp. And you can just like populate a whole forest, like boom, 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 right? Alright, so we got some trees in there. We'll grab a different type of bush, and we're going to stamp some other bushes in there. Right? Just throw them down in there. And then we're going to take our paintbrush, and we are going to grab a dark green color, put it up to like 30 on the size, and we just paint the ground in. You know, boom, boom, boom. And boom, you got a little forest going, right? I mean, it's really that easy. And you could just, you know, expand from there. That's how we made this whole map. You know, you can put down mountains as stamps. You got little towns like this one you can throw in. You can color the water. I colored in the water on the sides to show depth. Like you can see it's, ignore this building, y'all. We're going to place that at some point. It's just a reminder. You can see it's like really dark down here, and then as the water shallows, I've made it lighter in color. So I mean, it's super powerful what you can do. And then if I want to get rid of this forest, just Control Z that bad boy. Boom, it gone. It's that easy. Reggie, we've got about 8 hours in this map, I think. But I'm going slow because I'm talking with chat and whatnot. We're having fun. I think you could make a finished map in an hour if you don't want to be too specific with it. But I like to be specific. I like to get really into the nitty-gritty details. Clay, you have to thinking about getting it. It's a great program. I often choose this over video games, like in my free time, just because it's so fun. Harpy, you said you could try a small dry creek bed that leads down from just below the waterfall into the larger lake. Yeah, we could do that. I kind of like the idea of like it being around here, maybe. But I also like the idea of extending the crops out, the fields. Like, Wheatmere's got access to all this natural water, right? That's why they got the crops. So I feel like they would do the crops as far out as they could. I think I'm going to extend the crops out a little bit. So let's grab our crop texture. Oh, it's been so long that it is gone. It's not in my recently used. But we'll grab it, field, and I believe it is set to a scale of 77. So let me check that. Where is that? Texture scale is 100. We want 77. Opacity is 80, which I think is correct. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna put some more crops in here, y'all. Look at this. We're just gonna paint some crops right in here, and they're gonna die off around here on the end because it's desert down there. It's cold desert. And here we go. We're just gonna paint some crops right on in here. Little expansion of our crop field. Look at that. Wheatmere suddenly got more room to work with. Right on up here to the lake shore. And then I think we need to put a little more green in there. So let's grab our green and we're just going to... Oh, that does override the crops. That's okay. We'll fix it. We're going to do it like that. and then we'll go back to our crops, and we'll go over top of it again. That's my favorite thing of Incarnate, y'all. When we do this, it's like actually painting. I really like it. All right, I think I want this to be a bit smoother on the edges of these crops. FSSH, hey, welcome in. You said you've been playing the Oblivion remaster. I always love the Elder Scroll maps. I have not played the Oblivion remaster yet. I'm really, really interested in it, y'all. I very much want to play it. I just haven't had the time. I've been working so much. We'll get there. I'm playing through Pokemon Gold right now. And then Oblivion remaster might have to come next after my Pokemon kick is done. But I've been having so much fun with that lately. There we go. Get a nice smooth line for these crops. I want them to be a little bit strong there. Let's see. I saw there were more questions. Dooley says, "Hey, bro. Hey, big bro. What's up, man? Welcome in. Glad to have you. Find your smile." You said, and then the brewery as a standalone on the other side of the crops. Ah, Smile. You got it, baby. We found it. We know where the brewery's going now. Y'all, this is for one of the chat members. They are a big Malort fan. If you don't know what Malort is, count yourself lucky. Don't be tricked into drinking it. I'm sorry, I broke from the script. What I meant to say is Malort is the most delicious alcohol in the world, and everybody should enjoy a nice big glass of it. But they wanted me to put a Malort brewery in here. So this is our Malort brewery. Maybe we'll put it right down here. And then we're going to cut the crops out of it. Around it with our dirt texture. Where's our dirt texture? Here it is. I need full opacity on that though. We need nothing. I did it a little bit too much maybe. I'll go like this, just underneath it. Make it stand out a little bit by painting it. And then we need to make it a little white. Wow, it's been a while since we worked on our white brush. I don't know. It's gonna have to take a minute to find that. TJ, you said, how did you do the waves on the shore of the land? That's just a setting in the water settings, TJ. It's, I forget what it's called. Let's see. Subtract. Ripple effect. So you go to the mask tool, you go to subtract, and then in the additional settings, there's an option for the ripple effect. And ripple effect will just, I think if I turn it off, yeah, see, it just goes away. Let me get it more in screen. So this is ripple off, and then you turn it on, and it comes on, and you can change like their width and how active they are and whatnot. So yeah, just a cool little setting there. FSSH says, I'm saving for Oblivion now. I'm playing Skyrim again. Hey, rock on. Nothing wrong with playing some Skyrim while you're saving up for Oblivion. Little Hands, I don't print these maps out, but maybe I should. It'd be a cool thing. It'd be fun to have on the wall, right? You can have it behind me as a background when I turn the digital green screen off. Not this. Thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Hayden Polino says, where does one find Malort? Also, hello. Well, hello, Hayden. Malort is out of Chicago. Malort is a Chicago-based beverage. I wish you luck if you choose to try it. Okay, I don't know what I used for this snow brush. That's a little sad. I don't know if I'll be able to find it again. I didn't write it down because I was not thinking. Back then, kind of like this color. This color is close. It's just not quite the right level of white. Maybe if we turn the opacity down a bit, we could make it work. Yeah, this could work. But I don't know where to put it. I'm trying to blend in the white to the dirt around here. You know what? The brush needs to be bigger for a softer blend. Hayden, you probably could get Malort if you wanted to at a local liquor store. As I like to say, God go with you, my child, if you decide to to drink it. Little Hands, you said you were just thinking of printing this for your D&D campaign. Yeah, printing a map for D&D totally work for this. I know your players would enjoy it. Teddy Boy, you said, what's the website? I need this. It's called incarnate.com. Let me type it in for you. Incarnate.com. It's a free website you can use. There is a paid tier if you want that. Gives you slightly better options and better assets and whatnot, but man, the free tier is pretty good. Have fun with it, man. I love it. Such a good website. And we've made this whole map in it. So I'm pretty proud of us for doing that. We've been working a couple Fridays on this. Little random Thursday today working on it, and y'all, I'm really happy with how it's coming. Don't mind me painting over these crops. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. There was too much green showing through. I had to work on the crop the field edge a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm a fan of this. We got our brewery in there finally. That's for you, Malort lover. Whenever you show back up, y'all, thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate you coming here for the map stream. The map's really coming along. I'm a huge fan of it, honestly. We're gonna be back tomorrow working on it again. Tomorrow, this purple area, this is city that I'm designating. We're gonna fill that in with a town tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. Pretty psyched about that. We're darn close to finish with this thing, but let me look at my work calendar real quick today. I can do another 15 or so minutes here, because I really want to get this ready to go for tomorrow. Hey, chat, I like to build this with y'all, so do me a favor. What's going on this little island? We got a perfect little island in our lake here. I need some suggestions. What do we put in there? Little hands for the pro version of Incarnate. You just get more assets and higher resolution maps, as well as the right to legally use the maps in your books if you so choose. So that's what you get with pro. It's a nice bonus, nice benefit. Wizard Tower on the island, Orc Prison Island, a single enormous tree, Mage's College, Witch Cottage. These are some good suggestions. I'm going to think about that, y'all. Keep them coming. Elsie, welcome in. Hey, good to see you. Welcome back. Xeno Trigger said, do you have a published novel? Xeno Trigger, I have a lot of published novels. Thank you for asking. These are all my book ones. Top row is fantasy, and the bottom row is lit RPG. Should be a book in here for whatever your taste is. Feel free to check them out. They're on Amazon. Ebook, audiobook, paperbacks, whatever format you want, they're there. Wriggly Little Hands, my top middle one. It's my fantasy comedy that's coming out later this month, and the reason I'm rushing to finish this map a little bit is I want to make a map from that book. Because that book, here's the big cover. I'm a huge fan of it, and I can't wait to spend some time in that world, so we're going to do that. But yeah, I got all those published books. Y'all, please check them out on Amazon or authoralexknight.com if you think that might be something you're interested in. Xeno Trigger, you're working on your first one, sci-fi. Hey, rock on, man. Well, you're in the right place. We'd be happy to have you. First of all, rock on and congrats. Glad you're working on your first book. If you got any questions along the journey, let me know. We're doing a map today, but most days our stream looks a bit more like this. And we do writing sprints. Let me get my timer up. We do 5-minute writing sprints. We all write together, and I answer questions about books, publishing, writing, any stuff like that. So, yeah, please, man, as you're working on it, feel free to hang out with us. We're here every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time, and we're always doing something fantasy writing focused. Thank you for the follow, Imptul and Xeno Trigger. Both of y'all, I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. And Panda, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Y'all, if you don't know, Elsie, thank you for being here. Have a good rest of your Thursday. Hopefully to catch you tomorrow. But y'all, if you ever missed the stream, youtube.com/@authoralexknight. We got all the VODs up there, so you can watch the replays. Bonitis, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Panda, you as well. Macau, you said, how do we make these? Incarnate.com. Thank you, Laura, for putting it in chat for me. Incarnate.com. It's a free map maker. That's how we're making these. Y'all, we're here every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time. And, sorry, let me check what my beach texture is real quick. It's yellow dirt sand. Let's find it. Not Yellow Desert. Is it in Fantasy Regional? No. Fantasy World? I didn't write down what asset library this comes from. Fantasy... Nope. It's just Yellow Desert Sand. Yellow Desert. Yellow Desert Sand. Come on, where are you at? I know you're in here. There it is. Rock on. Here we go. Alright, that's a little too high on the opacity. Turn it down. I just wanted to smooth this sand out a little bit. This dirt was a little too harsh. I am a painter at heart, y'all. I just love painting over these things. So there we go. That smoothed it out a bit for me. Macau, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Yeah, check out Incarnate. It's really fun. I honestly just, literally in my free time sometimes, I'm like, do I want to play video games today or do I want to go make a map in Incarnate? It's that fun. Jamie loves to read. Hey, welcome in, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. Real quick, Jamie, thank you for being here. Welcome in, my guy. We're making maps today. We're here every day, every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time. But, Jamie, what books do you love to read, my guy? We like readers around here. Someone asked for me to shout out someone on their birthday. Elsie. Oh, Elsie, I missed it, man. I'm sorry, because you headed out. I'm so sorry, Elsie. You said... Where was it? Who is it you wanted me to wish a happy birthday to? I can't stay long because it's my sister's birthday, but wanted to stop in and say hi. Can you wish her a happy 25th? Elsie, I am so sorry I missed it, but a huge happy 25th anniversary. I almost said anniversary. Elsie, a very happy 25th birthday to your sister. Here, we're going to get some fireworks for her. This is my word goal animation, but we're gonna do some fireworks. Happy birthday to your sister, Elsie. I hope it's a great birthday. I'm sorry that I couldn't do this when you were here. I totally missed it in chat, man. That's on me. But thank you for being here. There was something else I wanted to say. Ronnie, where were you? You said something that I missed, and I'm sorry about that. Ronnie, can you re-ask whatever it was you asked? I saw it in chat, and I totally whiffed on it, man. I'm sorry. Jamie, you said I'm a girly pop, but romance and fantasy are my favorite. Rock on. Rock on. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Jamie, if you're looking for some fantasy, if I can shamelessly self-plug here for a minute, these are my books, and the top row is fantasy. Based on what you said, I don't know if they're perfect for you. You might dig The Far Wild. There's no romance in any of them, so I'm sorry about that. But, hey, give them a look at authoralexknight.com, because that's what keeps me going. But I wanted to shout that out. What have you read lately that you've been into? I'm not too well read in the fantasy genre. I haven't written for it since I stopped being a ghostwriter. I used to ghostwrite romance novels. I'm mostly fantasy today. Well, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. Find your smile. You said anniversary's not too wrong. Okay, let me go back. I asked y'all what we wanted to put on this island, and there was a lot of good answers. So let me go back through those. Said a castle that has no entrance or exit. An orc prison, a fae portal, a sacrifice station for the worm. An old ruin. I kind of like the ruin ideas, y'all. We cool with the ruin? We cool with putting a ruin on this island? Ronnie, you said for the island, a rare medicinal flower that only blooms under special circumstances. Ooh. Yo, I like that, Ronnie. That's pretty sick. I like that. That's something original. We don't have that here. So I'm going to go with that one. Ronnie, I think you win. We're going to do that one. Jamie, you said I'm starting to read The Hunger Games. Never read it before. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. Wonderful series. Suzanne Collins is a brilliant person. Really good author. Very smart woman. I read her stuff and I'm like, yeah, you're just so freaking intelligent. You're so much beyond me in this area. Her books are awesome. Big Suzanne Collins fan. Let's see if we can get this flower going here. Let's see what we got for flowers. This is really cute. Yo, we got like a little hedgerow. If we ever did a cutesy, cozy map, that's fun. Look at that. You could totally like make a hedgerow. That's fun. But let's see, what are we doing? What are we doing for flowers? Alright, I'm going to throw some flowers down. Y'all let me know when you see one you like. So we got this big yellow. I'm going to make them big so we can see them. Jamie, you said, I got my girlfriend in here. She loves making maps. Can you tell me the website one more time? Totally. Jamie, it's inkcarnate.com. It's free. It's got a free tier and a paid tier. I love it. I have so much fun on this website. I hope your girlfriend enjoys it. It's super cool for map making. Y'all, you let me know when we find the flower. You know, let's move out to the ocean here. We're going to move to the ocean so you can see the flowers better, because there are a lot of good options. To just go back to our goal, we are going to make this island have a special medicinal flower on it. That's super rare. So we're going to pick one out here, guys. I'm going to put some stamps down, and you tell me what flower you think works best for it. There's some really strong options here, right? Alright, I think that's... Here's the last one. Alright, here's our flower options. Yo, what are we doing? What flower is going to make our special medicinal one? Plot armor, I am making this map in 4K. It's actually really big, and I just have a problem with zooming in too far and doing too much detail. But here's our island that we've been working on. Imtil, you said, what program do you write in? Imtil, I write in Google Docs. I just do Google Docs and store everything in Google Drive. It's free, and it works on my computer, my phone, and my Mac. So, it works pretty well for me. Kayla Browning, you think the bottom purple? But Harpy, you like the dusty pink? Alright, we'll pull those out. You like the single purple or the greenish one? Is this the greenish one? Is that what you're talking about? The rose? Oh, no, you're talking about this one, probably. Alright. Well, we're not getting any love for these, so we're going to move those out of here. Sorry, let me get these back on screen. Here's our candidates right now. Savage Mike, hey, welcome back in, buddy. Hey, you used this to make a map the other day? Dude, rock on. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Are you in the Discord, dude? Feel free to drop it in the Discord if you want. I'd love to check it out. Which, hey, speaking of that, y'all, I didn't want to ever run a Discord, but chat kind of bullied me into making a Discord, and then filled it with 120 plus people. So we got a thriving Discord community. I just dropped the link in chat if you want to join us there. We frequently share art. Here, I'll pull it up real quick. We frequently share art, writing that we're working on. We do writing critiques for folks. Let's get to the art share channel. Look, people have been sharing the art they're working on, man. There's some cool stuff in here. Gio's working on this one. I love it. This is an old art piece of his that he's cleaning up. This is a little girl telling a story to this giant. I love it. It's so cool, man. It's such a... I love... Oh, Poison Apple Tea just made this GIF for her stream that she's working on. I think it's very fun, y'all. We got a good community here sharing art. It's super fun. And then we got a writing share channel where folks are making threads, sharing writing, and talking about it. So it's a fun community. We'd love to have you there. I'll drop that link in chat again. If y'all want to join in, we'd love to have you. Come hang out with us once the stream ends. But we got to vote on this flower real quick. TJ, you're mixed with bottom purple and the greenish one. These two? Ooh, that's pretty strong, TJ. Like, we kind of intersperse those. I like that, man. I'm a fan of that. Harpy said, what do they look like when they're tiny? Well, I'll zoom out, and you can kind of see what they look like. I think the purple one at the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. No one's loving on the lavender. The purple one's most distinctive, but this one is too when they're small. Little Hands, you said the purple's your fave. You like the skinny purple. All right, guys, skinny purple's taking it, I think. All right, let's roll with it. I'm gonna do skinny purple with this blue one being like the bottom layer. It's gonna be like the fern, right? So let's drag them on down to our island and make them teeny tiny. We're gonna put them on in here. They do look a little rough when they're small. A little bit harder to see. That's a shame. But that's what I was saying, y'all. I have issues with scale. I'm not very good at that. So we're going to work on that as we do more maps in future, because I get so tempted by making a map like this big, and then I'm like, no, I want to do every little street too, and then it throws the scale off. Which, you can kind of see these beautiful flowers. We're not going to get much detail of them on this island because your boy's bad at scale. But that's something we're going to work on. We're starting a new map next week. We're going to try to finish this one off today or tomorrow. Find your smile. I'm going to take this advice because you are a killer artist, man. You said that white one, like the purple is growing out of it, will help with the color theory and values. You mean this one? Is this the one? Was this the white one you're talking about? We were kind of calling it like a dusky pink. Was that the one, Smile? Because I could see it. The big purples coming out of it, kind of. Okay, cool. I dig it. I dig it. So we'll do that. Y'all, if you haven't checked out, let me just give a shout out to some folks in chat that are here often that I love their stuff. Geogram's hanging out in chat. My dude does art streams, and he makes the coolest things. He streams over on Twitch. His work is insane. Check him out. And then also, I want to shout out Find Your Smile. Dude is a tattoo artist like I have never seen before. He is absolutely nuts. Check him out. Check out his TikTok. I've never seen tattoos like how he does them, and I've never really wanted a tattoo until I saw his, and I'm like, oh boy, maybe I do kind of want a tattoo. So big shout out to Find Your Smile and Geogrim in chat. They're, I believe, of the people hanging out right now, I think they're my most active creators. Let me just look real quick, make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Kayla Browning, author, of course. She's doing lives all the time. Big shout out to her. She's a lot of fun to hang out with. I gotta get in there more. Yeah, I think that's the only ones that I'm aware of. So just a shout out to my OGs hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, Find Your Smile. We gotta do the Whooper, man. Which sounds horrible out of context, but I want the Whooper, the Pokemon. I want one as a tattoo, I think. And Find Your Smile. It's my only guy I'm going to let do it. All right, how are we liking this little island down here? I think it's a little bit cluttered, but I do like it in concept. It's just because it's too small because I have perspective issues. Let me grab this purple. I need this purple one. There we go. Fraggernox, you said I found it hard not to go over the maps with a pair of tweezers on Incarnate. Yeah, dude, I'm right here with you. That's my problem. It's too much detail. Too much detail. As you can see, I'm doing on this little island, which when we zoom out is like, you can't even tell what it is. I think it's too cluttered. I think we gotta, like you're saying, Kayla, we gotta make it a little less cluttered in here. Kind of like this. Big purple right here in the middle. Maybe just the one purple so it really stands out, and we'll just put a couple of these little guys around it. I think something like that. All right, there we go. It's not my favorite. We could have done better, but the scale's kind of borked on this map, so we're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. Find Your Smile, you said, I see part 2, you said, yeah, it pops the flower, so when you zoom out, it'll be more readable, scaled out. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. I mean, based on your suggestion, so I appreciate that. I think it's just a little bit hard with the scale because I messed up from the beginning. Our talk. I don't know how to say that. I should know. It's like a fantasy word. I've seen it before. Our Tark of the Wilds. Thank you for the follow, my guy. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Y'all, welcome to Fantasy Map Thursday. Typically we do this on Fridays, but there we go. We're doing it a bit early today, and here's our map that we've made with chat. I've been taking your suggestions. Completely original world, and we've made this over the last couple Fridays. So, folks, thanks for being here. I'm okay with this island. Like, it could be better. I'm gonna leave it for now. We'll fidget with it a bit tomorrow. But I'm excited to finish up this map tomorrow. I'm trying to just touch up all the little things. I think we got one last thing I got to do here. Wormshire, we called this. This is a stand-in. It's going to be a little marsh. And we figured out how to make marshes up here earlier today. So let's fill this marsh in, and I think that'll be a good place to leave the map tomorrow to finish it. Jordan, welcome in, man. The program is inkcarnate.com. Sorry, guys. I call everybody dude and man. I'm not assuming when I say that. That's just my go-to. I'm just happy y'all are here. Ryan, you said flip the purple flower. That might be smart. That might be smart. I think a little bit of a tilt too, right? Kind of like this, and then like that, and then we're gonna move you down a little bit. It looks like, you know what it looks like, y'all? It looks like one of those trees from I Speak for the Trees. Who is that guy? It's the Lorax. It looks like one of these trees from the Lorax. A truffle tree, yeah. Little Hands, you said now you want to go make some maps, dude. Do it. Rock on. Get those maps made. All right, where's my swamp green? This is my swamp green color. We're going to paint over this. Let's get that opacity up. We're going to paint over this. Oh, that's field. Whoopsies. Never mind. Come on now, brush. Where are we at? Where's my swamp texture? Here it is. There's my swamp color. So we're going to fill this in because this is going to be a big old wet swamp here. Flowing from the lake, kind of like the Everglades. If y'all don't know, the Everglades in Florida are they're either the world's slowest flowing river or its shallowest lake. Take your pick, because it kind of fits both definitions, but it does flow. Since we're on a map stream, let's see here. We'll just pull this up real quick. Y'all, let's get this in. Okay, we gotta change some windows around here. We need to move you to there. Okay. The Everglades are this dark green region down in here, and they flow from Lake Okeechobee. They actually flow south down into the Gulf of Florida here, or the Bay of Florida. And people just think of it as a swamp, but it actually does flow, and it has seasonal changes. And that's kind of what I'm going for on the map. I think that's super cool. And I put that in one of my books because it was awesome. And the Everglades are an ecological wonder. So that's kind of what I'm going for with this vibe. I want to have the water kind of flow down to the ocean. Artok. How do I say that, man? I need to know how to say it right. I do have my own books. Thank you for asking. I'm author Alex Knight. I've been writing full time since 2018. These are my book ones here. They're all on Amazon. Top Row's Fantasy, Bottom Row's Lit RPG, and you can grab them on Amazon in paperbook, ebook, or audiobook, whatever format you want. Except for Wriggly Little Hands in the top center. This bad boy right here. That is launching later this month, so it's on pre-order right now. You could order the paperback. It's already out. And the ebook and the audiobook are on pre-order. Launching, if I lean out of the way here, May 27th. So yeah, please give them a look. That's I always say I appreciate y'all being here, and if you want to support me, just give the books a look. See if there's any that catch your attention. And if you like those Florida vibes, The Far Wild, let's pull it up so you can get a nice big look at it. This one is based on fantasy Florida, basically. It was inspired by Jurassic Park and set it in the place that I'm from, basically with some fantasy dials cranked up to 10, so you got giant Komodos and whatnot in there. That's a fun one. So, yeah. Anyway, Amazon.com or AuthorAlexKnight.com, you can find all the books. I appreciate you asking. Got to find a way to get the plug in once in a while. Sam Shell said, I didn't know the Everglades spill out of a lake. Yeah, they technically flow out of Lake Okeechobee and down to the Bay of Florida. It's super cool. Actually, I won't be able to link it off the top of my head, but I was watching, there's a guy that films in the Everglades, and he made a video yesterday that I found super interesting. I didn't even know this. The Everglades actually changed their water level based on the season. So, like, the seasons there aren't really, they aren't really like autumn and winter and summer and whatnot. They're more of dry season and wet season. And the same area that might be 3 feet underwater in the wet season can be completely exposed in the dry season, and he filmed a bunch of videos at each location to show the difference, and it was super cool. I really liked it. All right, so what we're going to do here now is we're going to paint this in. We're going to put a little layer of kind of like water and mud here, and then I'm going to fill it in with plants. And y'all watch. It'll create a really cool looking swamp effect. So there we go. It's kind of swampy, right? But now when it's really going to pop off, we're going to go up and we're going to grab our swamp plant, our reeds, and we're going to stick some reeds up in here. We're going to clutter it up. Oh, Sloyd, you're loving the Far Wild right now, man. Hey, rock on. I appreciate that. That book is so near and dear to my heart. I'm a massive fan of the Far Wild. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you for giving it a shot. Let me catch up on chat real quick. There's a lot of stuff. Ken Lee, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate you. Artalk, man, Artalk. I don't know why I can't say that. I'm gonna have to Google it and come up with it because it's making me mad that I can't say it. Thank you. You're gonna pick up one of the books. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Ziff, you asked, do I sell more lit RPG or fantasy? My lit RPG is my better all-time seller, but I've just kind of pivoted into fantasy lately, and that's quickly picking up steam. Fantasy is really where my heart is these days, so I'll be writing a lot of fantasy going forward. And particularly this little number here, Wriggly Little Hands, is the next one I'm working on, and oh, it's already out. I mean, it's already written. It's done. It's coming out. I can't wait to show y'all it. It is so goofy. It's about goblins on a road trip getting into shenanigans. I love it. I can't wait to get it to y'all. Little Hands, you got to run. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. It was nice to meet you. And hey, we're going to be here tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Time. Doing the same thing, finishing this map up. There's some questions in there. Let's see. Ryan, you said, where are you from in Florida? Ryan, I'm from the Tampa area, but I've also lived in Gainesville and Tallahassee. And honestly, I'm in Texas right now, but I'm in Houston. But I would love to get back to Florida. There's a lot of downsides, don't get me wrong. Florida's got a lot going wrong these days. But man, the nature in that state, it's just got me right here in the heart, man. I can't get away from it. I love the springs and the wetlands, the prairies. Y'all know we got wild bison in Florida? Like, that's insane. It's just such a wild horses. It's such a wonderful, if you're into nature, Florida. The beaches and stuff are great. Like I can't say enough about how incredible the beaches are. But there's a whole inland of Florida that people don't know about, with springs and rivers and beautiful swamps, prairies. We got caves up in North Florida. Like, the state's nuts, y'all. And I think enough people don't know that. I could go on forever. The nature there is just next level. I'm in love with it. All right, that's enough for my Florida rant for the day. Let's see what's going on with the rest of chat. You joined the Discord, Imptel. Hey, thank you, man. Good to see you there. I'll give you a welcome after stream, but glad to have you there. Fraggernock, you said, I lived in Florida for 5 months and never knew dropping iguanas were a thing. Yeah, dude, when it gets cold, they freeze up and they pass out in the cold, and they'll just tumble out of the trees. Watch out. Watch your head if you're hanging out in South Florida when the weather's getting cold. I think we're going to extend this swamp right about up in here to the forest. But this is like a cliffside, so I'm thinking this is a slope, right? It slopes downwards, so the swamp's not going to be able to climb that. Harpy, you said scale wash mire. It's full of scales from the worm on the lake. Yo, I like that. That's sick. I like that a lot, actually. Now, unfortunately, we do already have a name for it that chat voted on a while ago. It's the Wormshire, which I like. I'm a fan of it. I just moved it off screen while I was working on it. Lore, you said, how long is the book? I mean, they're all different lengths. Servant of Rage on the top left is probably 400 pages in paperback. Wriggly Little Hands is like 360. The Far Wild's 370, I believe, off the top of my head. They're standard length fantasy novels for the most part. The kind of thing you'd expect to see on Barnes & Noble. Fraggernock, you said wild bison where? The wild bison are in Payne's Prairie, near Gainesville. You can actually go out and see them. But here, I'll pull up a picture for you. Y'all got me on a Florida tangent. That's a dangerous thing to do. Yeah, man, we got wild bison living in Florida. Like, ain't that just nuts? I can't wait to get back to see them again. They often hang out in the swamp water there. Um, they got birds on their back that'll land on them. It's super cool. It's like a freaking nature documentary down there. I love that state. I love that nature. Look at this. People don't know. Like, yeah, Florida's got beaches and amusement parks, but it's also got wild bison. Like, what? We always joke that I should be sponsored by Incarnate, but I think at this point I need to be sponsored by Visit Florida. Sam Shell says America's so much more biodiverse than we know. Alabama isn't the best, but I love the caves in the Florida or in the flora. Yo, you got some good stuff in Alabama. I've spent some time there. The caves, absolutely spot on, very cool. You also got Gulf Shores down there if you want to get some beach vibes going on. You have wonderful rolling hills in Alabama and such diverse bird life. It's a pretty beautiful state if you're into rolling hills and hiking. The ACC, thank you for following. Is that like the football conference, the college sports conference, or are you just the account? But thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Sam Shell says swamp bison is nuts. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Ziff, you said Stephen King has a house kind of near there in Sarasota. Oh, does he? I didn't know that. That's pretty sick. I think of Stephen King as existing solely in the state of Maine, right? Maine's where he's at. Up in that New England. Getting those long, dark winters and their beautiful falls. Gotta say, I sing the praises of Florida, but y'all, fall is a wonderful season and we don't really get it. We don't really get it there. Then again, I'm living in Houston. We get a bit more of it now, so. Swamp Bog next, says DD. Yeah, I mean, we kind of got it going on there. NOTW, Sloyd. What is that for? You said, speaking of writing real places into books, on Mother's Day, I thought I was in the garden from NOTW. What is NOTW, Sloyd? Throw that name right in there. Maybe I think we rotated a little bit though, like bada boom, kind of like that. There we go. I'm liking that. The Wormshire. Name of the Wind. I don't remember the garden from it. Was it the one that he gets like stuck in for a long time? I think. Someone asked, John Phillips, you said, do you ever do tutorials on YouTube? John, I've not done tutorials for map making on YouTube. I do them all on stream, though, and if you go to my YouTube, youtube.com/@authoralexknight, all these streams are there as VODs in a playlist called Fantasy Map Friday, so you can go and re-watch these, and you can watch me build this map from literally nothing. We started with a blank canvas, and over the last 5 Fridays, we've put this together with input from chat. So I don't really have tutorials, but you could see me build it from scratch there. That might work as a tutorial. Hey, Chef B. Gob, welcome in, my friend. Says, good afternoon from Georgia, first-time viewer. Hey, welcome in, man. Glad to have you. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday to you. We're running a bit long today, but I've just been having so much fun with everybody. I didn't want to end it. So thanks for being here, folks. Hey, here's the map as it is now. We've been building this together with chat. I mean, look at that, y'all. It's nuts. I'm stoked about this. Look at the work we've done on this. I'm so proud of y'all. Appreciate all the awesome suggestions everybody's been given. Chef in Georgia, what are you up to today, man? What do you got going on? Hopefully something fun? Just want to stretch this out a little bit, you know, like get some bushes down to the edge of the swamp. Got to fill it in. I need to paint with a little bit of a darker brush real quick, so we're going to grab this one. And we're going to do just a little bit of light painting in here because the grass should darken as it gets near the bog, the swamp. Kind of like that. Yeah, see, we get a little bit of that darkness there. That's what I'm talking about. And we'll do a little bit down in here too. Oh, that's a bit too much, maybe. Too heavy-handed. Too heavy-handed. John Phillips says, have you ever tried recreating other maps like Narnia? No, I haven't done that, man. That'd be pretty sick, though, right? That'd be pretty cool. I I can show you real quick. I can show you the other map that I made. Um, Let me see. Where are you at? Here we go. This is for a book that I'm working on in the background. Honestly though, I made the map for fun. But here is the town of Puerto Asilo. Just for a book that I'm working on. It's more of a fun project in the background, but y'all, if you ever want to go crazy with the cities in Incarnate, you sure can. Street by street, we made this thing. Had a lot of fun doing this one. Aisling Storm author, yeah, it is Incarnate. Sorry, Frank D. Ambrosio, I missed your question. It's Incarnate. Here's another map we made in it a while ago. I mean, you want to go street by street, like, you can totally do it in Incarnate. This is for a book that I'm writing for fun in the background. No publishing plans for it yet. But y'all fun if you want the idea of it. This world is called True Night. It's the name of the world that I'm writing in my project title. And these are not necessarily clouds you see here. As it says down here, this is the Shroud Wall. And so the basis for this book is this city was one day surrounded by this giant wall of clouds that reaches up over it. It's got a hole on the top, and it just kind of came down around it and cut it off from the rest of the world. And at nighttime, monsters come out of the shroud and, harass the people that live here. But basically, the city has been completely cut off from the rest of the world, and they're trying to find out what's going on in the rest of the world. There's rumors of what's happening out there, and everybody's worried because if you try to pass through the shroud, it's like overwhelming fear takes over you, and it like eventually makes you retreat back out. And so everybody's trapped here and under siege from various supernatural monsters that are coming in. And then this right here, this little stretch of shroud, this actually is new in the story. It happens in the story. This was part of the city, and one day this tornado of cloud comes down, and like a tendril of the shroud comes down, and boom, right in the middle of the city, covers it up, and basically works as a spawn zone for monsters. So this is a little world that I'm working on in the background, just my playground for fun. But we're working on this map today, this all original one, a little bit happier of a place. Chef, you said I'm learning how to do better with Foundry, VTT, Virtual Tabletop, and needed world map help / suggestions. Oh, okay. Hey, if you ask any questions you got, I'm happy to answer them as best I can. I'm no expert in map making, but we've been doing it here for a little while, having fun with it, so I'll help you as much as I can. Also, by the way, Jericho Apex, thank you for the follow, my friend. I appreciate that, as well as Aisling Storm. Thank you very much. Thank you for the follow, y'all. Aisling, what do you write? What are your books about? We love authors around here. Ziff, you said if I tried Perdido Street Station, some cool maps in there, city-based. I haven't, but I've heard so many good things. I really got to check it out. That's been on my radar for a while. I just got to get the time to dive in, because I really need to. Well, y'all, I think I'm going to hang out and chat with you for a minute, but I'm going to call the map here for the day. We made incredible progress. Y'all, we're going to be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Time, doing it again to finish out this map. I'm going to bring it across the finish line. I'm really happy with the progress that we made today. I said I was going to call it, but I've seen a couple little things that I want to just paint in here a little bit, darken it up a bit. There we go. Just going to touch that up. I think we'll touch this up as well to see where this transition point here. I need my white as well, because this is where it turns to snowy desert down in here. There we go. Oh, that was a little bit too much at the end there. We went a bit heavy. Fraggernox, this sounds like something from Shadow and Bone. Yeah, the Shroud is kind of like that. That's a good vibe. But there's a whole conspiracy about what's going on with it that we'll explore. Y'all, welcome in. Aisling, let me know what you write. I want to know what genre you're in. But y'all, for myself, thanks for being here. If you don't know, I'm author Alex Knight, and these are my books. I've been writing full-time since 2018. And if you wanna, people always ask, is there a Patreon? Can they donate to me, etc., etc.? And I appreciate that, but I don't have any of that stuff. All I say is, hey, pick up one of my books if you wanna support. I'd appreciate it. They're all on Amazon, ebook, paperback, audiobook, and I think they're fun, but I'm a bit biased. But hey, give them a look if you're interested. Otherwise, folks, I appreciate you being here. This has been a heck of a stream today. I am so happy with the progress we've made. Thank you, everyone who came to hang out with me. As always, folks, I want to say we're here every weekday at 7 a.m. Central Time. Always doing something fantasy-focused, writing-focused, talking about books, what have you, making maps. But, folks, as always, a special thanks to Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com for the use of his songs Farm, Manor, Cottages, and Northern Glade, which provided our background music today. As well, an extra special thanks to Raffi the Engineer, who made our 5th background song, Midnight at the Round Table, which has been playing on stream in the background. Raffi, I appreciate you, dude. Lastly, folks, if you enjoyed the stream today, please give me a follow so we can see you on the next one. I want to hang out with you again. And we'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Time. We'll be finishing off this map. Been a long time coming. I'm excited to get there across the finish line, but folks, as I wrap up here today, I want to say a big thank you to Harpy, Sam Shell, Geogrim, Sloyd, and Ronnie, Imptol, Find Your Smile, Sleepy Panda, there's just a period in that name, Older Than Google, that's a good one, Jesus Torres, and Minako. Thank you for hanging out, folks, as well as everybody else who was here earlier today. Been a lot of folks in and out. I've had a blast with y'all. Folks, thank you very much. Last plug. As Sloyd is, or who said that? Harpy saying, if you want to hang out with us once the stream is over, here's the Discord link. We got a rockin' community there. We're making maps, we're sharing, writing, we're talking about pet picks, all that fun stuff. Folks, come join us there. And hey, thank you very much for being here today. I had a blast. It was so nice to meet so many new people. We'll be here every weekday, 7 a.m. Central Time, trying to start the day off right with some good vibes. So, folks, I appreciate you being here. Good job on the map today, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Everybody, have a good one. Amber, thank you for that heartbeat right at the end. I appreciate it. Y'all, have a good rest of your Thursday. I'll catch you tomorrow for Fantasy Map Friday, eh? Y'all, be good. See you next time. And as always, thank you for watching.